Hey, what up, everybody? I hope all of y'all is having a blessed and humble morning. Continue to have a blessed and humble day. This your shorty Rachel. Hey, blessings we unlock nations. Um, Man, listen, we've had conversations about this before. Blessings, Jamal Fareed. Um, I had to do a little couple things this morning. I had it scheduled for 10 o'clock, but I'm free. What I had to do, I didn't have to do. So let's do this, right? We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about parenting, and kids. Why do people get hated on social media, right? Why is it that certain people get hated on social media? Um, why do certain accounts on social media get banned? We got random topics and random thoughts, right? So basically, the lives are open panels. Y'all can come up, talk to a shorty, right? I'm gonna play two videos, right, on the parenting and kids, right? I did this live. I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, right? To let y'all know what we're gonna be talking about in a little bit because we're gonna start this live off with current news, right? Then we're gonna hit the topic. We're gonna see if we start off with parenting and kids, or do we start off with the most hated on social media and ban social media, and we'll see how that goes on. But so that y'all can see what I'm going to get into in a little bit, let me play this for y'all real quick. Hey, what up, everybody? I hope all of y'all is having a blessed and humble morning. Continue to have a blessed and humble day. This y'all shorty Rachel. I'm just on this John this morning, man. Some random thoughts, right? I'm not gonna be long. So what I did was, right, earlier I wrote down something real quick what I wanted to say, so that way I will not be all over the place this morning. So I hope everyone has had a blessed and humble morning, like I said. Blessings, young Rios. Blessings. How you doing this morning, right? So I'm gonna just get this out, right? Just say what I'm gonna say, and hopefully everybody understands what I'm trying to say. Basically, there's a lot of stuff I be holding in, and so that this morning I won't be out all over the place. I wrote this down, right? So I got a little, message for the parents out here. I know there's a lot of parents out here that's going through a lot, man. If y'all haven't checked out the word, make sure y'all do. He's got this program. He's from Detroit. He is starting. He's trying to help single mothers, right, with young boys, to help them, to mentor them. It's like the Big Brother program, and basically this program will help the young men turn from young men to men. I think that what he's trying to do will benefit a lot of women. Me, some as a community activist, right? I do feel as though that what he's trying to do, I would like to implement it here in Philly and find a way that I could do it, especially if I can get this community center up and running. All right. So, like I said, so many parents. Listen, I understand these parents because I'm also going through it as a single mother of a son, right? I have a fiance, I have a daughter with him, right? But he is not the father of my other two kids. So I've had to raise those two boys, by myself. I'm not single, but when it comes to them, I'm a single mother, right? I do not push, you know, my daughter's father on my two boys. He does help me. He intervenes, when my boys get out of pocket, as he should, right? Like I appreciate that. Like their father's not in the picture, right? So I'm putting my example out there so people can understand, right? um some boys can get out of hand sometimes. They can get, they could be a handful sometimes, especially when they hit the ages of 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, right? And they think they're grown, they could do whatever they want. Me as a parent, I feel as though that we have to give our kids, our higher lesson in life sometimes, right? They want to be grown, that you're gonna have to learn what being grown is like, right? I don't like hitting my kids, right? Um, Shit, I used to pop my kids when they was younger, but shit, they older now. Like hitting them is not gonna make a difference. So this is what I got to say, right? Parenting can be tough, especially when kids start testing boundaries. It's important to set limits and hold them accountable for their actions. Covering up every mistake can lead to a sense of entitlement. Be honest and open with your kids and help them learn from their mistakes. Remember, you're not just raising children, you're raising responsible adults. It's disheartening when friends and family members undermine your parenting efforts or take advantage of your vulnerabilities. It's a tough reality that sometimes those closest to us can be our biggest critics. This is why it's crucial to surround yourself with supportive people who genuinely care about your well being and that of your children. Remember, true family is not defined by blood ties, but by the bonds of love, respect, and mutual support, right? Good morning, Jamaican Shore Fishing. How you doing, guys? Make sure y'all go check out Jamaican Shore Fishing. He has a great channel. He does fishing. Listen, man, I love watching him. Go watch him. Y'all will not be disappointed. So, right, at times we got family members, we got friends that we think that we could trust, right? And they're there, right? But I've always said family is not, who you're born into. Family is what you make of it. Sometimes, you got friends and family. You call them friends? Can you call them family, right? When they're kicking you when you're down. I have that too. As a normal person, listen, man, I've been dealing with it for the longest, especially after the father of my kids died, right? I've had my father's mother, my kid's father's mother, try to make my life hard. Like she's tried calling DHS, she's tried doing so many things. A shorty's fought that. I speak my mind. You see where I'm coming from? Like I don't got nothing to hide, like I tell people, right? So as a parent, we shouldn't be scared of the system. It's like recently, right? I thought I was getting help from somebody, right? That I thought it was family. Facts. We got kids that are rebellious. So this is why I'm trying to take the time to do this morning, right? And I didn't want to make it so long, so I wrote it down. Because if I don't write it down, I will be all over the place. Trust me. Random thoughts, random topics, yes. And people will be, and it'll take them a minute to put two and two together. But it really all goes hand in hand. But yeah, our kids could be rebellious. Like for example, my 15-year-old gets mad whenever my daughter's father comes in and he has to sit here. He raises his voice, and at times, the F bomb comes out because he's hard headed and he'll try to sit here and challenge him. Da, 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 da. You see where I'm coming from? So it's like, nah, you respect. I got to teach my kids respect and boundaries, right? These kids get rebellious after a while. Like with my son, the reason he's like that, right, is because his grandmom put stuff in his head. So it's like instead of helping, she kicks people down. Like she did it to her own son, and it's like, what makes you think she won't do it to other people? What makes you think she won't do it to her grandchildren? Like her son's in the casket right now because she was a mother that wanted to sit here and do drugs with her kids. She was a mother that wanted to choose men over her own kids, men that wasn't there for her kids, men that abused her kids, that mistreated her kids. You see where I'm coming from? So I'm grateful. I'm glad that you know my daughter's father, right? He's been there, but he's not abusive. He's not like, listen, man, I could really sit here and be grateful. Like this man has helped me. Like I don't know if women appreciate when they got men in their life, right? That are willing to even go to jail to just help you and see you better yourself. And what I mean by that, like with the type of grandmother that my kids have, right? She has tried to, damage my baby father's character just because she doesn't like him, just because she's racist. She feels some type of way that, you know, I'm with a black man. Oh, you not put like, man, I get tired of hearing Puerto Rican women say, oh, you're not Puerto Rican if you with a black man or if you're doing no. Listen, learn your fucking roots to begin with, right? Because if you're Puerto Rican and your roots are Haitian, Jamaican, right? And African as a Taino, right? If you really represent your tribe, you should know what your roots are. And as a Puerto Rican, right? And I represent the Taino side, right? I was born in the islands. I don't say I'm Puerto Rican. Yes, I was born in the island of Puerto Rico, but I come from the Taino tribe in Puerto Rico. And it took me years to even realize that I came from a tribe. I had to look at my roots and I had to dig in deep to even know that my ancestors were Jamaican, Haitian, and African. And I wasn't in their era. So what they've left behind and the messages they've left behind, I'm listening to it carefully, I'm soaking it in, and I'm, applying to it. Like, I don't know if people understood the messages that was given to them. But yeah, we got kids that are rebellious for various reasons, right? And there's a lot of parents out here that are trying to find ways, right, to help their kids, right? Especially when they're going through depression, right? Because there's a lot of kids that are not going through abuse. I speak up for kids' rights, right? And there are kids out here that are being abused. We speak about all that. We speak about all that a lot. But do we speak about the parents, right? Do we speak about the parents that are going through it out here, that are struggling because their kids are acting out because of the influence that are outside, whether it's on these streets or worse yet, family members, friends that you think they're supposed to be there, right? Helping you out, but in reality, they're digging a bigger hole for you. Because if, right there at that moment, y'all having a disagreement, oh, let me take advantage. Let me kick them down right now because they didn't do or say what I wanted, or because they didn't agree to what I said or I wanted to do, or, like, damn. It's crazy. Shit like that happens, right? You got family members that reflect, right, that are stuck, that don't want to move forward, but they're trying to bring down the ones that are actually, trying to take a step forward, that are actually pushing it, trying to succeed. That's why, this phrase my baby pops always tells me, right? He always tells me whenever you're doing good, you're gonna have someone that's always gonna try to knock you down. And the crazy part about it is, right, it's always who you least expected. You would think it would be an op that would do the worst thing to you, but it always comes from those closest to you. So you have to be careful, right? So let me continue. My bad, my bad. I apologize, guys. I do apologize, right? It's heartbreaking to see a child succumb to a negative influences, especially when it comes from someone you trusted. It can feel like losing a part of them to a world you don't recognize. However, it's important to remember that your love and guidance are still crucial. Remember, while it's important to provide guidance and support, ultimately your child will need to learn life's lessons on their own. However, by offering your love, understanding, and consistent support, you can help them navigate the difficult period and emerge stronger. It's crucial to be selective about who you seek advice from, especially during challenging times. Some people may offer well intended advice, while others may have ulterior motives or simply lack empathy. It's important to trust your instincts and surround yourself with supported individuals who care about your well being, because not everybody that's there for you, not everybody that's riding with you is for you. I don't care if it's family, I don't care if it's friends. Some people, listen, nothing in this world is free. And I want y'all to understand that in your family, in your baby pop's family, right? If you're a woman, right? Listen, your family and your other half's family, whoever you had this kid with, right? Family is not really your kid's family. You're your kid's family. I mean, I don't know if I have to break that one down for a lot of people, right? But it's so much going on around us, right? And like I tell people, I don't have nothing to hide. I don't give two fucks. I have morals. I have respect. Like, especially with these morals, a lot of people lack morals nowadays. They don't got their morals in check, and that's why a lot of bullshit happens, yo. And we got to understand that our kids are like sponges, yo. So I know that, and I'm noticing there's a lot of parents having so many issues, right? um mm, Questions have lingered, right? I've had conversations with so many parents. Is it because of what's happening, with these rights that have been taken away from the parents? Or are we as parents at one point in time lacking? And what I mean by that, are we spoiling our kids because we don't want certain things to happen in our past to happen to them? And now we're making entitled kids. And what I mean by that, we're we're creating entitled grown-ups, right? Because we raise these grown-ups. These are kids that turn into grown-ups. These are young boys and girls that turn to young women and young men and end up becoming women and men. So, I mean, it's up to us. We have to find a way. We have to figure it out. And like I said, we need more conversations, more topics about this. We need to talk about it more. This is something that is becoming like, real big right now, real crucial, how can I say, real critical right now in our communities, right? A lot of these parents are good. Should some of these parents go to jail because their kids want to be hard headed because there's no programs out here in reality for these kids? Me, like I said, that's why I want to bring this community center out. Like I've noticed it, even with my own kids. Having your kids in the house too much, right, bores them, it depresses them, especially if you're a parent that's working a lot, whether it's at home or out the house, right? Kids are going to find so many things. Listen, the same way they find ways to do things outside and be bad, they'll find ways to do things here in the house and be bad. Crazy part about it is, right, when we shelter them in the house to try to keep them from the streets, the internet is way worse than these streets. At least in these streets, and you can see. When it comes to the internet, you're blind and ignorant to certain things. So this is a battle that I see a lot of parents fighting. We got a lot of rebellious kids, a lot of kids angry, mad at the world. What's making these kids mad? What is making these kids angry, right? Especially when they're living at home in homes where they don't really need for nothing, right? Some of these kids are getting mad because they've had a phone taken from them for over a year, or their parent won't buy them a PlayStation or an Xbox because their child is not showing them consistency. Their child doesn't know how to take accountability when their child has to. I'm a mother. I'm going through it right now. So I understand a lot of you parents, and yes, this does have to be, awareness has to be brought to this topic. So many parents like who said it earlier? Let me get to the chat real quick. Blessings, blessings, Miss Always Ellie. We got Miss Always Ellie in the building. Let me see. I think that was Jamaican Bridge. I mean Jamaican Shore. I don't know why I said bridge. What the heck did I just breathe with bridge in it? Okay, so it was Jamaican Shore. Jamaican Shore. I hope everything goes well in this court situation. But yeah, like some parents, unfortunately, right? I do not like. Listen, DHS doesn't have a good name on them, right? And but I can sit here and say that when you as a parent sit here and call the Department of Human Services to try to get help with your child, um, they do have people in there that care, right? Um, it's hard because listen, it's just a lack of knowledge, right? They do got programs, right? I know some social workers. I've sat down with them during a lot of these events and community meetings I go to, right? So listen, recently I just learned that boarding schools is not what we all thought about. Like shit, we had a boarding school here in Philly, and it's for kids that have behavioral problems, like they talking back to their parents, they don't want to listen, they don't want to stay at home, and I'm sitting here like, oh snap, I thought boarding school was some type of shit. Like, how when you go and watch the movie Matilda and the principal was, I thought that was some type like shit. They did some type of disciplinary shit. No, nope, nope, nope. So they got a couple programs right now, like in Philadelphia. They got a few. I think we could do better. We need better programs because what they got, I think should be bettered from, the research that I've done. But don't because you're scared of the government or you're scared because of what somebody has told you about the system, right? Y'all know I speak a lot about this. Do not be scared to go ask a social worker for assistance, for help when your child is, out of control and you're not able to control them, right? Going to ask for support doesn't mean that you're giving up on your child. It means that you're, trying to help your child make it, how can I say it? It means that you're trying to help your child see another day. Like, I know that the system has a bad reputation, but there's people out here with organizations that are bringing out programs, especially now in 2024. So many people are really trying to, put that footwork out here and bring things that, was needed that were taken away. I don't know if Trump's going to make a big difference while he's in office, but what I keep telling people, I'm not focused on the president. I'm focused on these legislators. My focus is on these legislators because they're the ones that, write the bills and send them to get approved. We need to focus on them. But, right, let's continue. I got one more thing. Oh, wait. Right, we're going to continue, right? I also see that. Let's continue. It's wise to be observant of the people around you and their behavior. Sometimes people's true intentions are revealed through their actions. It's important to surround yourself with positive and supportive individuals who uplift and contribute to your well-being. Adapting adapting to changing circumstances and relationships is a valuable life skill. Not everyone who claims to be your friend is genuinely there for you. It's important to be it is important to be discerning and identify those who truly support you. Some people may harbor negative feelings or envy, leading them to act in harmful ways. Remember, your strength lies in your ability to overcome adversity and persevere. It is essential to stay strong and resist negative influences. Surround yourself with positive people who uplift you and encourage you to reach your full potential. By choosing a positive path and seeking guidance, you can overcome challenges and emerge stronger. So on that note, man, I hope people understand what I got on this live to do this morning, man. I'm not just trying to bring awareness to the kids that are suffering. I'm also trying to bring awareness and help the parents, right, that are struggling, that are single parents, right? Whether you are a single father or you are a single mother, right? I'm trying to also help them. There's ways to overcome these type of situations. Don't let the darkness win. Keep standing up because you're going to have people, whether they say they love you, I'm your friend, I'm your sister, I'm this, or they hate you. So next time, this is your shorty Rachel. I hope all of y'all have a blessed and humble day. And that's some real shit, man. I'm playing the videos because I don't want to, repeat everything again. Like, this is, my way of thinking hasn't changed. I still, feel the same. Listen, it's so much going on. Like, we do need to bring awareness to, of the parents, the single parents, right? Single mothers, single fathers out here. We even got some grandmamas out here that, are taking care of these kids that don't have no parents, right? And the kids are being rebellious towards. Am I still on mute? No, I'm not on mute. All right. And you got, the kids being rebellious towards grandma, towards grandpa, whoever the guardian is. So these are topics that do need to be brought, awareness does need to be brought too. So like I said, I did another live yesterday too, right? And I'm gonna open the panel for anybody that wishes to come up, right? The link is open. Want to bring solutions to the table. I'm gonna leave this right here. I'm gonna bring the topic later on after I'm done reacting to, there's a video called Entitled Kids, right? And then teen bullies. And we're gonna go right into the current news and the most hated YouTubers and banned channels on social media. All right. So the link will be open. I'm going to let this live right here play so that y'all can hear a little more of what a shorty has to say about, our us parents that are single, right? Whether you're a single mother or a single father, right? Don't be scared of that system, yo. Don't let people get in your ear. If you need help and you have nowhere to turn, right? And there is a social worker out here willing to help you find a program so that your child doesn't go into the system, take that help. Okay? So let this play. Let me open up the link. The link is already on the description box down below, but I'm going to put it in the chat. And I'm going to also put it in my community wall for anybody that wishes to come on up. So this is me, a little more of what I think and how I feel. Hey, what up, everybody? I hope all of y'all is having a blessed and humble day. Let me sit right here. Quick. I hope all of y'all continue. Oh, shit. Afternoon. This is Rachel, yo. Let's talk real quick about parenting, right? Do y'all believe that the system to help a single mother and a single father out? I came on earlier this morning, right, and I spoke, right. The panel's open, right. I'm gonna go pick up my daughter in a minute, so I'm gonna take this little bit of time that I got between now and going to pick up my daughter, and I'm gonna just, speak a little bit, right. I feel as though, right, a lot of people have a lot of lack of knowledge, right, because we talk about DHS, we talk about CPS a lot, right, and when you hear DHS, you hear CPS, right, people think that right away, it's a service that comes in and they take your kids, right? Um, Me recently, like y'all know that I do videos, right? I react to videos where, DHS has come and, I've said a lot that, the system ain't shit. But for me, the system, the system is doing what the system is supposed to be doing, right? It's the people, right, that are in the system that I feel as though some are corrupt, right? You can't trust. And even though you can't trust a lot of people, right, there are certain people, right, and that work in the government, right, and that are a part of programs or are associated with programs out here that can help single mothers and single fathers, right? And when people right away hear, or you gotta call DHS or you gotta call CPS so that you can get like a social worker that can help you, right? There are a lot of social workers, right, that actually shout out to them, right? Because there's a lot of corrupt social workers out there. But there are actually a lot of social workers, right, that do their job, that actually do want to help these kids and the parents, right? So there are some good people that are in this system that are not trying to fuck every parent out there, right? We always talk about, the kids' bad behavior. I mean, the kids' bad behavior, about the kids' rights and stuff like that, right? We always speak up on this panel for the kids that are getting bullied, um, kids' rights, and much more. But do we speak about, right, the parents, the single parents that are out here, right, every day struggling? They're doing what they gotta do, right? And it's not that they're abusive, right? Sometimes, they gotta work, they gotta do a lot of stuff, even if they're working from home, right? People think that when you're working from home, it's something easy. But there's a lot of parents out here that work from home, right? And they still sometimes don't even got the time being at home to be with their kids, right? And when your kids reach a certain age, right? We was talking about this earlier. Shout out to Jamaican Shore Fishing, right? Our kids go get rebellious. So whether you're a single father or a single mother, right? And you have no family support or no support outside of, the family that you've created, right? That can help you, right? Because people say, oh, family this and family that, but family will be the first ones to sit here and stab you in the back. The first ones to kick you down because you didn't agree, or you didn't do something they wanted, or you didn't give them something they wanted. They'll be the first ones out of anger or because they're mad at somebody that you're around. First ones to kick you while you're down. So it's kind of hard to that though. So my thing is, right, as a mother, right, I'm getting tired, so tired of people out here saying, right, when a child is doing wrong, just reward them. You don't reward a child when your child is being wrong. And what we're doing, right, as parents, when we sit here and reward our kids when they're at home and they're not listening, right, they're not pulling their grades up, they're not keeping their room clean and stuff like that. What we're doing is we're creating entitled children. And we forget that these children that we're raising, right, we're raising them from little boys to young, right, or young women, little girls to young women, right, and then from there they become grown women and men. And if us as parents couldn't raise them right, hey, nobody else after that can do it, right? So we have to get hard, especially now with the way these bills, these laws are that are taking away a lot of parents' rights, right? A lot of single mothers, a lot of single fathers out there. Shout out to the ones that are able to manage and have their kid under control. But shout out to them, great, because I've listened to a lot of mothers and a lot of single fathers, right, that are able to keep their children under control, and it's because they still have a support system behind them. You see where I'm coming from? Like, but there's a lot of single fathers and a lot of single mothers out here that have nobody they could turn to, right? That are in relationships, right? But they don't let the step parent, sit here and get in the way of the parenting because, sometimes the bond between the kid and the step parent is not good, or the kid, like for example, my child has an authority problem. I know that as a mother, right? I've said it from my first one to the second one. Like, I know my boy's got an authority problem, right? And I've appreciated my daughter's father for stepping in and helping, right? But at times they lash out on him, and that's something I don't want them to. I don't want my child to hate the stepfather. I don't want the stepfather, say fuck all this. But he's not. He's shown me, as a fiance, as my daughter's father, as somebody that stepped in and helped me with my boys, that he cares for my boys. Like, that man has fucking jumped hoops for a shorty. But
right? Damn, something going on down there outside. There are parents out here that are very abusive with their kids, yo. Like, sometimes a child, like, when they get older, they get through that depression mode. Like, hey, this person's not my father. I don't got to hear what they got to say. Sometimes, the influence outside in the streets, right, is real bad. Or it could be influence from inside the home. And it could be, a grandmother, an uncle, an auntie, a godfather, somebody that is close to you, right, that is sit here trying to get in your child's head. Like, for example, what my boys is their grandma, right? And I say, like, listen, man, I know a lot of parents go through this, right? And they're so scared to reach out, right? To, let somebody help them. A lot of social workers are always going to know not all social workers are bad. Not all social workers are going to sit here, right, and screw you over and take your child. No. See, a lot of parents, right, have learned that once they've called in, like, I need this, and that. They've found a lot of programs and a lot of resources, right? And this is why me as a parent, like I said, like I know, I don't know if y'all noticed, know who the word is, but he has a YouTube channel called the Word 9%. And if y'all go check him out, right, he's somebody that puts in that footwork and he tries to help single mothers, right? He's got this program he's trying to put out there, right? Me as a community activist, somebody who's trying to open up a community center or more, I feel as though that we need more men like that out here that want to be mentors, right? That want to help out the single mothers, right? That are having problems with their kids and they're not able to, you know, control them or get them to understand certain situations, or they're really very rebellious, they're lashing out, they're angry for whatever reason it is, right? um for some odd reason, I noticed that these little boys would listen to like a Big Brother or something like that. We used to have the Big Brother program, but now these kids have to do something outlandish, right, in order to get into the Big Brother program. But we need more programs, right, where we could help a lot of single mothers out here. Me personally, I've had help. Have I had to reach to the system? Yes. That's how I know and I've learned about a lot of these programs that they got out here. A lot of the programs that a lot of people are scared of. They're like, oh, you know what? No, they're going to put my child into a boarding school. That's not always the issue. These social workers will sit here and ask therapy for you and your child, or find a program that you and your child can get into, you and your child. Or they might end up, giving you housing, or they might end up helping you with doing, a lot of these social workers aren't bad, but it's a shame and it's unfortunate that a lot of these corrupt social workers have tamed, you know, how can I say it? Have tarnished. No, 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 no. I'm trying to find words. Have messed it up for a lot of these good social workers out here. I'm gonna just put it like that, right? So shout out to these workers out here that are, wanting to listen. There's a lot of these people out here that are doing these events and that are looking for people that do podcasting like me that are, hey, look, listen, we're trying to get these programs out here, especially here in Philly, right, to help people, with their mental health, to, get resources and much more to help them, get funds to, get a house and stuff like that. So there's a lot of stuff out here for single mothers and fathers. Our kids at a certain age do get a certain way. Should we get softer with them? No. Do we reward them, whenever they're bad? No. Because listen, I'm gonna tell you something. The same way your child respects somebody else outside of this household, your child should respect you as a father or a mother. Because I'm all right, my bad. I did have to answer that call. But yeah, man, I do notice that. I'm gonna see because I'm damn. They sound like they be right on the porch. Um, I don't do the behind the scenes, so I mean, but I will Instagram somebody. But I'm gonna see how I do this. Who I do it live with? Because I'm gonna see. Do I do it with somebody on YouTube, or should I do this with somebody out here? I might end up doing it with somebody out here, or with my own baby pops. Because let's talk about it. Because we really don't talk about the parents that are struggling out here, right? And when they do, the topic gets brought up, the good parenting gets put down, right? Because like I was saying before, we got interrupted, right? A lot of people think that rewarding a child is the key, and to me, it's not. I feel as though, if they're doing wrong, hey, you gotta, sit here and show them this is the consequences, right, behind your actions. Like I tell my kids, look, listen, I'm not gonna give you nothing unless you show me consistency, unless you take responsibility, show me accountability, right, for your actions. What makes my son think that I'm gonna give him an allowance if he has his room dirty every day, he doesn't do his chores, right, and if he's not keeping up with his schoolwork? I shouldn't even have to give him an allowance. It's something that he has to do, but I choose to give it to him. You see where I'm coming from? Like a lot of I don't know. Even if we do talk to our kids, right? Like I said, so shout out to these parents out here, right? These are conversations that we have out here in the hood every day, right? Even even if you're a good parent and you talk to your child every day, right, and teach them from right or wrong, there's still going to be people out here, for whatever reason is, that tries to, drag your child into the wrong path, into the wrong direction. Don't think that you're a bad parent. Don't think that, you have failed or you're doing something wrong. Don't think that because you have called, the government to ask for some assistance as a single mother or as a single father, you're giving up on your child, you're doing something wrong because somebody's telling you, oh, you're giving up on your child now. No, it just means that your child right now is at a certain age, right? And your child is tying your hands up. If your child wants you to treat them, as young men and young women, your child has to show you that they're, young men and young women. Like like a lot of these kids out here want to move on their own, 14, 15, don't know how to, take care of their responsibilities, don't wash their own clothes, they don't clean their own room, their parents are still doing it for them, right? Like if they go out there, how they gonna pay it? They gotta make sure they maintain a job. They gotta make sure that they're clean because landlords ain't playing that shit. Hmm. I just gotta keep going. Then they gotta make sure that they have food in the house so that they don't starve every day. I could just keep going. So as a parent, right? Like for me, for example, I know my son. He's spoiled to death. Can he cook? Yeah. Is he responsible? No. You see, my just because he could cook doesn't make him an adult. You see where I'm coming from? Like my son is not responsible. He still makes stupid decisions, right? And doesn't take accountability for a lot of them. So it's kind of like, you have to get really hard. Like me, I made the stupid decision at one point. Like, listen, I was just going through it with him. I made the stupid decision. Go ahead, keep him, godmom. Godmom was going through some shit, took it out on me, and I'm sitting here, I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, how's this gonna work? So it's like, even when you think you got somebody that's there, you don't. And I keep telling people. So you have to, work with what you've got. If your son at the age of 15, 16, 17 think that they're grown, then you have to teach them a hard lesson. You have to teach them a hard lesson. Don't stop being a parent to them, but show them that lesson. You want to be grown? Huh? This is the consequences, right, of being grown. This is what you have to do if if you're grown. You're not a little kid no more. You want to be grown? Now you have to find a way to keep up with the bills. You have to find a way to pay rent, and it's not possible. Then when you stay at somebody that says, huh, come stay over here, shit stinks after the third day. Me, I'm not gonna stop speaking to my kids. One thing I can say for sure is that I'm not taking advice from people, right? There's a lot of people out here that, how can I say, portray to, say they're there for you, that say they rob for you, but in reality, they don't got, the best of intentions for you. So a lot of shit out here be real, real shout out. Like we have to be careful. Just because somebody's family, you know, doesn't mean that that family member has the best of wishes for you. There's a lot of people out here that hate on people that are doing good. And I've noticed that. Like, I've noticed a lot of families doing good, getting themselves up, picking themselves up, while there's others that are like kind of stuck in the past, right? And they make it hard for the ones that are doing exactly what they got to do. So, damn, it got cold. I should have put my sweatpants on. It was freezing outside. So, yeah, like, these are conversations that we're lately having amongst ourselves in the community. I mean,
All right, I'm gonna leave it right there. So, like I said, blessings, blessings, Uncle L. Good morning. How you doing? Young Ria's blessings. How y'all doing? Like I said, these are conversations that are needed. Conversations that I normally have right with the community out here. Um, so, like I said, I speak a lot on kids' rights. Right? How do we help our kids when they're bullied? We bring awareness on bullying and so much. We speak about these schools, right? But how do we help these single fathers and mothers that are out here? They have no support, no type of support. I mean, I know what that feels like, right? So, like, these conversations are leading me to these lives, me doing searches, and I've noticed that there are certain people out here bringing out the conversations. So, I'm gonna be another one. Let's break the chains, right? And let's really talk about what's needed. Let's talk about reality, right? I don't know if y'all noticed the thumbnail. I put it right there. Let's talk about reality. All right. So I've noticed, there's a lot of brokenhearted moms, a lot of brokenhearted fathers, right? That have had to sit here and reach out to the system, hands tied. Why? Because their child is not giving them no other options. And the question is, right? And them themselves have asked, I've asked it myself when I went through it, right? Do we spoil our kids, right, to the point where we're creating entitled adults? Are we creating these monsters, that grow up that, people call monsters, right? I say entitled grown-ups, entitled woman, and entitled, I feel like, when I see a certain person act up, either you've been spoiled or you just, shout out or, but like, I don't know. Like the questions do linger. Blessings, blessings, be encouraged with Maritza. Yo, make sure y'all go check out Be Encouraged with Maritza, Young Riaz, guys. Who else we got in here? I'm not sure if Jamal Faree has a channel, but I do know that We on Lock Nation does have a channel. Make sure you go check them out. Y'all won't be disappointed. Be Encouraged with Maritza, We on Lock Nation, Liz B Journey. My bad. I skipped right over. I didn't even see her. And We on Lock Nations have great conversations, great topics. Make sure y'all go check them out. But like I was saying, right? A lot of single fathers out here with no resources that they have to reach out to family court, right? Because not even DHS could help them. Not even CPS could help them, right? Like, if y'all don't realize, right? It's like, okay, when somebody calls DHS on you, right? They go fast. They try to take your kids, right? Because of the whatever allegations were made. But you as a parent, when you call the Department of Human Services, right? And you try to reach out for help, they will send you a social worker that, that will sit here and help you. Right. I'm not gonna say every social worker is good, but the majority of the social workers out here, right? Because we look at the bad social workers so much, we don't notice that there's a lot of good social workers out here that want to help these families, that don't want these kids to go into the system. So they'll try to find therapy. They'll try to find programs, right? Before it has to get to the point where a child has to see a judge and they have to be put in placement and a mother has to lose custody. You see where I'm coming from? Like, I mean, and it's not, most of the cases I've noticed and I realized, like, damn, you didn't want to lose custody? No. But I tried and I tried. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, damn. Like, when you don't have a support system, when you don't have, people around you that you can really depend on, and you can't depend on everybody, even when it's family, right? And I tell everybody, family is not who you're born into. Family is what you make of it. Family is what you create. Hmm. See, I got relatives. I got aunties. I got uncles, right? I got grandmas, grandpas, which I barely know, but I got relatives. But my whole thing is, right, when you got that support system, like with me, I got certain people that I could really trust that could sit here, intervene with me and my kids, right? I can get some type of support. Have I always had it? No. You see where I'm coming from? So I could understand a lot of these parents and it's like, what can we do? What can we do as a community, right? Me, I'm already trying to do something. I'm already here. I'm putting, I'm with this pen and paper, talking to different people, right? I'm just missing one little piece of paper to try to get started on this little community center thing, right? So, I made my stand, right? what I believe in. Like, see, I'm out here fighting for the kids' rights, trying to get cameras into these schools, deeper backgrounds for the teachers, right? We bring awareness to the bullying and much more, sexual harassment and all that in these schools. Um, but what can we do for the single fathers and single mothers that get their hands tied, right? And now they're stuck between trying to help their child and the system because their child, hmm, I don't know. But like I said, the panels are open, right? And we're going to check these videos out, right? Since we're talking about created entitled kids, right? I have conversations with my kids every day. I tell them, right? What I do out here every day, every choice I make, every decision I make, right, reflects on them. Every decision they make, every choice they make reflects on me. We're a family. We're in it together, right? There's no half and half. In teamwork, we put in 100. We work together, right? There's no I in team. So I'll make sure, I'll make sure I talk to them about everything. Does my son lash out, right? Yes. But the crazy part about it is, right? I have to deal with my son every day by myself because of the way he is, right? And I have a good fiance. And he's not gonna leave. He's showing me, trust me. Like, yo, like that man has been put through the test and tests that I didn't even want to put him through. Other people have. Like, I'm sitting here like, damn, and you're still here? He's like, yeah, you come with a package. I love you. I love them. I was like, damn. But the crazy part is, right, he loved me way before he even cared. He even thought about being in a relationship with me. He cared about my kids like they were his. You see where I'm coming from? That was my best friend. So it's kind of like, damn, I'm grateful. So it's like, damn, I do got a support system. And it's like, how can we help these parents out here that don't have no support system, right? Because in reality, me, right, if my fiance was out the picture, right, my kid's godmom was out the picture, boom. And my little sister that is from another mother was out the picture, right? I would be in the same situation they was because I was there at one point. Hmm. Like I said, I created this family, right? And only each person in here can fuck up being a part or a member of this family. Like, damn, there was no loyalty, no love, no morals, no respect. Damn. So, like, how can we help these parents out here to get their hands tied, especially with these laws and these bills that have been passed? I mean, listen, I hope to see more YouTubers, more podcasters, um, have an open mind to have these discussions on their panels, right? Because, like, a lot of us can have an opinion, probably a good idea, and we could put it on the table, a solution, right? And it might work. Like I said, I go to these meetings every day. Like, we trying to make a change, trying to make a difference. I'm not focused on the president, I'm focused on these legislators. So, hey, at times, listen, like for example, when I went to the event and I spoke on what the word is doing over there, and I would love to have his program here. And like if I managed to open up my community center, they love everything that the word was doing. So, and I feel as though, like, the same as the people that I've talked to them and showed them what I showed them, like, damn, we need more of this. Like these kids out here are really rebellious, and it's because we don't have the resources we used to have at a certain point. I could honestly sit here and say that I think yo, I I hear so many people complain about the early 2000s and the late 90s, but we have resources, we had programs. Like, I know I'm not fucking tripping. But on that note, since I don't know if anybody's coming up speaking on this topic, right? We're gonna move on to the video. We're gonna do reviews and reactions, and we're gonna get into these entitled kids, right? We got when entitled kids don't listen to their parents, right? And this is perfect for the topic, right? A lot of kids out here think that for what I don't know what I don't know who put it in their head or why they think that because they're young, they can't get detained, they can't get arrested. And you know what's crazy? Just because you're young, right? Depending on what you did, you do know that you can get, charged as an adult. That's what I'm saying here. I'm like, yo, I speak on these things so many times, but we fail, right? Even I have, right? I could sit here and honestly say this today. I need to bring more awareness to this because we do got entitled kids. We really do. But whose fault is it? Do we blame the system or do we blame the parents? I take accountability. Shit, at one point in time, I almost messed up. If it wasn't for the help that I took, my boys right now would be on these videos. Let's start. Oh, shit. Damn, these kids is out of pocket. Ooh, I see what Empress was talking about. Yo, shout out to Empress Lonnie One Love, right? I can't put her link right now, but if I have Ahmad in the chat, please, can you put the Empress Lonnie One Love's link in the chat down below? Man, go check her out, yo. She said this time after time. I mean, her channel, she be funny as hell, yo. Like she does a lot of gossip in there. She does positive topics and stuff like that. But she has said this a lot. Like a lot of these kids are shot out and out of pocket. My question is, right? Do y'all believe that jail will help these kids, or should there be some type of program out there to help them? What do y'all think? I just won't
Parenting
give
has
up on
always been
every.
a
I
tough
don't know. I
journey,
don't know.
but in today's world,
Should I
it's
give up on
becoming
people?
even more challenging for
Nah,
parents
it's not
facing
in me to give
entitled
up on
children who
nobody.
disregard authority, break the rules, and expect the world to cater to their every whim. When this behavior spirals out of control, it can even lead to police involvement.
All right, well, Ladarius, you gotta come with us.
Here are
Yo,
some
look at
real-life
these
cases where
kids.
entitled kids refuse to listen to their parents.
Free my twin. Tell him I come pick up. Yeah, her mama is too. Let me go her right now.
On September 27, 2024, a frantic mother in West Palm Beach called the police, reporting that her daughter had been involved in a heated altercation with a woman from the neighborhood. Little did she know, involving the authorities could have devastating consequences for her own child. Let's unravel the shocking turn of events.
Oh, she fucked
Upon
up by calling
arrival,
the
police
cops. I mean,
engaged
she
with the
messed up.
mother,
I
who
apologize.
recounted the incident and escalated the situation with heightened accusations.
Hi. Hey, what's going on? I had just got home like 45 minutes ago, and my daughter was telling me how the girl from upstairs came to her bus stop and they just attacked her. I had the videos in my phone. Hold on right for you. That's a video one of somebody sent me. That's them walking up from right here where I live at, walking up the middle of the street. That's her bus stop at the stop sign. And she came from out the apartments upstairs. That's my daughter right there with the white shirt and pink pants. And that's the 18-year-old.
Well, but then why did she square up like that?
Because my daughter was getting off the bus. And the girl on the bus was saying that they was already coming up the bus at the bus stop because the girl on the bus know them. And they called the girl phone and asked was Google on the bus.
So is this mom covering up for her daughter? It seems like you see how we create entitled kids. But who called the cops? I don't know. Let's continue. I don't want to. You know what? I'm gonna stay quiet. Because I need to put two and two together. Y'all can chat.
So they came to the bus stop once the girl said, yeah, boo-boo on the bus, and they came up there.
Okay, so let me be honest with you. Okay, after seeing this video, I understand what you're saying. Okay, but per this video, and I'm sure that I'm going to talk to them, and they're going to give us a different story. Okay,
but she's 18, my daughter's 15.
Both of them are going to get arrested.
Who's going to get arrested?
Both of them.
How both
because
of them get arrested?
this is called an affray. It's a fight. So both of them are going to get arrested.
How? And my child is a minor, and she's 18 years old.
Doesn't matter. They're both going to get arrested.
Okay, so can I speak to your supervisor?
Sure.
Oh shit.
Girl, she's talking about both of them gonna have to get arrested because it's afraid. Girl, that don't even make no more sense. Girl, exactly.
This is what happens when, as a parent, you don't know your laws and your rights for your kids. You know that the youngest child that has been arrested has been what, like, if I'm not mistaken, it used to be 11, right? But now they're arresting them all the way up to like 7, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, your child can get arrested no matter what age if they committed a crime.
Exactly. Please. Talking about both of them gonna have to get arrested. How the 18 months? years old.
So this mom wants to speak with a supervisor because this video that they're showing me is an affray.
Girl, talking about why would Boo Boo square with her?
You can clearly see that her daughter is approaching the other person in an aggressive manner.
She already knew what was going on.
And I told her that, I mean,
she thought that because her daughter was 15, she wasn't going to get arrested. I know I was going to say I'm going to shut the fuck up, but I mean, listen, man, she is not making no sense. Like, see, creating an entitled, listen, man, she is raising an entitled child, which creates an entitled male or female in the future. 15.
If you want me to go that route, then they're both going to have to get arrested because it's an affray, and she doesn't agree with what I'm having to say.
Girl, for real. Tell me, because why Boo Boo squared up with her? She seen her coming towards her.
Can I see the video?
No, can you tell the supervisor to come?
She's not being cooperative.
I'm being very cooperative. You already said what you said, so tell your supervisor, your sergeant to come over here. Or I can call Chief Adderley.
I see why the kid is the way the kid is. Look at the mom.
Yeah.
Yes, make sure he do hit me. My name is Yulika White, and I know Chief Adderley very well, baby. Trust me. Trust me. You better know what you're doing.
I'm at
1106 22nd Street. Hit him here. Talk about you go arrest my baby getting out the bus and the mother back up. Talking about why she had to square with her like that. I teach my kids to fight back. What's wrong with you? I ain't finna let her hit her. 15 and she must 15.
Your child fights back at the moment that, the fight is happening. You brought your child to start an altercation with somebody else that was older than her. Like, this is why I don't understand some parents. And this is why I say sometimes parents are the reason why their kids end up in certain situations. Like, man, we need to talk to our kids, not do this to our kids, yo. Like,
Finna be mother 19 next month. Talk about a mother pray.
we gotta start talking to these kids, yo. The right way.
Girl, I don't know. But because I'm gonna do my mother support. So much. Girl, yes, and the girl on the bus stop, Boo Boo, they at the bus stop waiting on you because they just talked the phone. And Boo Boo already knew. That's why she got up ready. Teach my kids. You'll never let you first run up on you and start swinging. Ask questions later. Never let on you in the shoe first. Girl, that don't make no sense. Girl, that don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. Girl, bus stop. My baby mother bus stop. Ain't no mother Chief LA on the they see what happened off the rail. Talk about a
Yo, this chick is tripping. No wonder the child is like that.
The mother tried to defend her daughter to the officers, describing the altercation and revealing a surprising detail about the suspect.
Why you want my baby bus stop to fight her?
Hey, stop.
What you want my baby bus stop for to fight her?
Don't engage. Stop.
What you want her bus stop for?
Stop. Just go in the house. Go in the house.
Go in the house. Bus stop. Why y'all waiting till I left though? I was just here. What you waiting till I left for? Okay, but you want to fight. You want to come downstairs. Come downstairs.
Go.
Come on, tell her come fight again. I'm back. Tell her come fight again. I'm back.
Yo, there's other ways to get certain situations resolved. See, man, a lot of moms and a lot of dads get too rah-rah. There's other ways to get certain shit resolved, man. We've managed to sit here and have, these boys that have been out of rock. They've been to the point where they called each other ops. Now they shake each other's hands. They working. They making bread. Like, all because we told them, yo, man, drop them fucking weapons and pick up them damn gloves. Like, you'll see it in one of the little videos that we got. Like all the little kids that is in a bunch of group, and you see the little kids boxing with each other. Yeah, pick the gloves up, man. We wouldn't let them fucking do that to each other. Like as a community. Yo, but see, this is where shit goes wrong. There's always that one bad apple that always thinks that by being rah-rah, everything can get solved. Nah, man. There's other ways.
Okay, come on, tell the cop out again. Tell the cop out again. Tell him, come on. No, you stop. Yeah.
You're right there next to the cop. You should have been smart.
Yeah. Girl, I got the videos and all, girl. We doing walking in the street, girl, everything. Like, girl, they done sent me all the videos. Y'all went to the bus stop. 18 years old, you just stabbed your brother. You ain't finna keep mother baby. You can't even be at your own mama stabbed your little brother. You not finna keep my mother baby. I don't give a move. You know what I'm saying? Your ass sat downstairs, you act like y'all be wanna fight now. Look, I'm 18 years old. You walking out the bed on the street, this go mother fight my baby at her mother stop. Stab the you just stabbed your mother brother. Stabbed the shit out of her brother. Girl can't even be at her mama house around her other kids. Now she over here at their house. I always said they want can't be at her mama house, girl. Don't stab the little brother, girl. Put the little brother in ICU. Because the little brother was texting her girlfriend. Stab the shit out of the little brother, girl. The brother in ICU, girl. Punch her his lung at all. Mama ain't got no control over the little. She doing all that mother 18 years old. You is not finna keep on with my baby.
So is her child 15 or is her child the 18-year-old? I'm confused.
Girl, yes. Girl, yes. That's she don't be able to take the trash shot no more. That's what I'm saying. 18, so guess what? I don't you legal, so that's why you ain't gonna keep on because you ain't taking the trash out no more.
I haven't even been able to talk to either one of them because she's been going off.
Okay.
Yep. Well, actually, the little girl don't even live here. We live here. She upstairs in this apartment, and she went to my daughter's bus stop to fight my daughter. And she's 18 years old. She just got out of jail for stabbing her daughter, her little brother. So I don't need her to keep on coming in contact with my daughter because if she messes around and stab my daughter, then it's gonna.
Okay, so her daughter is the 15-year-old. Her daughter is the 15-year-old. Okay.
Be a different thing. So I'm doing my police support just to cover me and my daughter's tracks. That's all I'm doing.
Okay.
Because my daughter's only 15 and she's 18 years old.
Can you please let my son see the video, please?
Yeah, and it's not even the first time. Girl, yes. Girl, hold on. Hold on. Girl, yeah.
Can I hold this?
Yeah.
Who's your daughter?
That's my daughter right here. She just got off the bus, and that's them coming from uphill, walking up the middle of the street.
Okay.
That's her right there. That's the 18-year-old. That's my 15-year-old. The girl on the bus told Boo Boo, they just called my phone and asked me, was you on the bus? And Boo Boo was like, all right. So Boo Boo gave her friend her book bag. She got off the bus because she already knew they was coming. And I already told my baby, don't let nobody hit you first. You better swing first. And you 18 years old. You don't even go to school. You out of school. Why is you going to my baby bus stop? You 18 years old. She not no girl. And this is the third time this happened over here. She don't live here. She do not live here. We live here.
So what happens?
The mama said she made a leave, but she just witnessed her. She just got out of this bed and went upstairs. And then I asked the mom what she had. She said she made her leave. She didn't make her leave. She is still here. So I called my rent lady. She told me to file a report and take a picture and send it to her. But she finna contact her caseworker and let her know what's going on. And they're gonna have to get out because it's an ongoing thing and she can't control her kids. And everybody in that house is over 18. My daughter's only 15 years old.
Involved in that fight?
Yes, she go to Palm Beach Lakes High School. And the girl who on the bus, who just went in the house with them, she the one who told them that Boo Boo was on the bus. Because she said that's her niece. She just went upstairs with them. She
So it's the other family that has the kids are under control.
She don't live here, but the little girl name is Anaya Johnson. She just
calm down. She was talking right to the officers the way she was talking earlier.
But she's not even here. Their mom not here. So
let's see what's gonna happen.
Because she's never here.
Where do you live?
I live right here.
In the back one.
Yeah, and they live up there in letter C.
So, yeah, the issue is, I understand what you're trying to do, but that video is clearly mutual combatants. So, you can investigate it, but the issue is...
Okay, that's what I want y'all to do then.
Okay.
Because I'm taking the chief athlete also. So I would like to want y'all to do y'all investigation. I still need a case number.
Okay. So, just so you know, it said when it's mutual combatants, we determine mutual combatants, and both parties can be arrested.
Okay.
So you know.
Okay.
If we determine if she is 18,
She is.
then she can also get, there's additional charges that she may get.
Okay.
Oh, the 18-year-old is screwed.
Okay.
She can also get in trouble.
Okay, my daughter protect herself, so I still want a case number. I want y'all to do y'all investigation because I'm taking the chief athlete.
Okay. So she's gonna need to interview your daughter.
Okay, she right there. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Right.
See what- Y'all gonna tell us a little bit more? I don't want to jump out the window on this.
Yes, I'll get my car tomorrow.
What's that?
I'll get my car tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're gonna arrest the
Is there
little
anything else you
shorty.
needed from me, ma'am?
Yep.
Where's the shorty at?
She's gonna give me the case number. What she's
Yes.
doing?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I need all that because I'm going to the chief athlete right after this. Baby.
That's a boy.
You can stand
Is
right
that a
here.
girl?
What's your name?
At that
No,
point,
that's
the police
that's a
took a
girl.
statement from the daughter to continue their inquiry, while the mother remained uncooperative with the officers.
I got on the bus like normal, and I already fought this girl before. It was over something petty. She still be going on about it on social media, but I ignore her.
Blessings, Louisiana. Well, blessings. How you doing this
I see
morning?
a whole lot of people following me, like cameras out and stuff. So I get off the bus thinking like this would be like something else. So I see her walking up the street, and like she's saying like run her. As she's walking, and she's looking dead.
Who are you saying she? What's her name?
Anaya.
Okay.
Like, I don't know. So I dropped my stuff. She thinks she's police.
Okay, so you initiated this fight physically? So you're saying that she was talking, saying that you guys were going to get into a fight, or she was looking to get into a fight with you on social media?
Oh wow.
No,
Then
she wasn't
Social
like,
media.
she just
Look at that.
always, like, say something about me on social media, but I never reply back. So today she came to my bus stop.
Yo, social media is gonna be the death of many. So this little girl let herself get, emotional enough to go by a social media post. I mean, the girls actually, the girls actually did what they was gonna say on that post. Though they pulled up. Well, they walked up.
She ran up on me. And I did.
Okay, so you threw the first punch, is that correct?
I don't remember. It's a video. I don't know.
Okay. All right. So then you guys got into a physical altercation with one another, then what happened?
Nothing. We just fought. And then it was done after that.
Ma'am, do you mind sending me that video,
No,
please?
I don't want to send y'all the video. Y'all can go get her the statement from her. Y'all can start y'all investigation.
Okay, that would help my investigation, ma'am.
Something not right. Her mom is tripping. Like, I would help my daughter out. Like, you just called the cops on your own child. This about to fail on this mom. What the fuck? Okay, I'm just trying not to jump out the window.
Hello.
But I feel like my
Can
gut
I
is right.
step inside and talk with you real quick?
Yeah, come on.
Thank you so much.
I already got 2 other cases.
Send it over.
Oh, now they show up.
Are they
Cool.
here for that?
Uh-oh, let's see. What did they tell her inside?
Is there a reason you don't want to give the video?
Nope. Y'all already said y'all taking my daughter to jail, so
No, I'm not taking her to jail.
Yeah.
We're gonna give her a court date.
okay.
But
Yeah. It's that don't make no sense.
well,
That
the
don't make
issue,
no sense.
yeah, the issue is she could have walked away.
No, she couldn't walk away.
She was walking
You
towards
so
her.
you mean to tell me if 5 towards you finna walk away? You gonna say yeah because you agree with police officer. My baby not a police officer. I teach my kids how to stand up.
Okay.
That's what it is.
No, you have that
He
right.
ain't finna
I
tell
mean-
her tell me she could have walked away.
They was getting, like, listen, apparently it looks like in the video, right, from what I heard and from what I understand, it looks like, right, her daughter was getting off the bus. The girls was coming from the other way, right?
Stupid.
Oh, shit, right? So I see why the officer is saying what he's saying. She could have just walked this way, went into the house, got her mom, or ran into there. Like, the other girl's aunt lives up there, but they don't live in here. but she ran. It looks like she ran towards the girls and threw the first punch. That's why they want to try to see the video again, but the mom is not being cooperative. So let's see.
How the gonna walk away and he, big bro, this is my Amazon. Talking about she could have walked away. If she would have walked away, then they would have beat the shit out of it anyway. It didn't work. Exactly. Talking about she could have walked away. So I gotta come down there and get her?
So you have to talk to them.
What? That's my child. She's annoying. Talk to who? Okay, so what?
At 15, you don't have to be there, ma'am. Now, under 16, under 15, yes. At 15, no, ma'am. That's why I urge a lot of parents, go learn y'all rights, go learn y'all laws, right? Because your child is 15. No, you have to be in the room and interrogate I'm about to mess the word up. In the interrogation room, but no, not right here. Not while she's getting arrested. No, ma'am, we don't.
Where I gotta come and get her from?
We'll have a conversation before we go anywhere.
What happened?
So we're just detaining her for now. We'll have a conversation before we go anywhere. You'll know what's happening.
Yeah, but y'all.
Oh, they haven't even said they arrested her
Y'all
yet.
ain't seen her. You gotta tell me what's
They
going
only
on. 'Cause she's a
detained her.
minor.
Well, right now she's
Y'all
being,
asked her questions. Y'all ain't even read her Miranda rights.
she's being arrested. For
Is y'all body camera on?
It is on.
Okay.
She's being arrested for an affray.
Okay. Don't worry about it. You good? Yes.
Eventually, the police reached a conclusion and detained the suspect and the daughter for their actions.
Take your jacket off.
Hey, Troy, you can bring me a white T-shirt? Yeah. Let me see. Hold on. They both want jail for it. I need a shirt. Get you a shirt. I am. Damn, can I wait till I get a shirt first?
Can you get a shirt, please?
Oh my God, both kids is real. Well, the other one wasn't so disrespectful. This one is. The other one is the mom.
So she got to sit there. We can come up there.
Huh?
Can we come up there? She got to sit there.
Well, I don't know when they're gonna let her go.
I mean, she 18. She's screwed.
No, I know my mama, but I'm not calling nobody but my mama because all this shit is weird.
I'm gonna have to call. I mean, I know that you're 18, but I'm gonna have to call her. So what's her number?
Just say the number.
What's her name?
Andrea Phillips.
Andrea.
Police. Bro, all the white shirts is in the back bag, and my clothes is in the basket. Like, how you cannot find no shirt? In the living room. Like, how can you not find no shirt? All my clothes is okay. No, you not.
Does she live there or not? They said that she didn't live there.
Talk about this, baby. My mama don't love me too.
What?
I go to school.
Yeah, she only has a bra on underneath that.
If you ain't not looking for mine, you better be careful too, because I got to video with your baby showing fight. Okay, and the too, because I put on.
You won't even provide that video, so.
Grab this first thing on my jacket. Y'all so I know. All y'all do.
These females wearing boxers.
Please stop.
That's all you. Yeah.
Well, she was in the house though.
Mama ain't got to go to the outlet and steal shit. Oh, I got a job. All you do is steal. Outlet cameras bet they got your face. Yeah. Yeah. Get the video of your face. Stealing at the outlet. All you got. What a receipt said for all that.
Damn. Y'all doing too much talking.
Yeah, her mama is. So let me call her right now. And I will call her right now. I will call her. Call her. Call her.
She's going to be charged with a misdemeanor, affray, and she's going to be charged with felony child abuse.
Okay, so when would I have to pick my daughter up?
They should communicate with you, but let me verify what the officers are going to.
Then the 15-year-old getting charged with a misdemeanor while the 18-year-old getting charged with a felony. That shit crazy.
do, and I'll let you know.
Yeah.
The female was charged with affray and cruelty towards a child.
Don't go nowhere.
He's pulling.
That's it? Okay, so how is this when entitled kids don't listen to their parents? Let me see something. Okay, it look like it is a kid. Okay. I was gonna say like, yo,
right.
damn.
Just stay right there.
He hit me in my chest.
Next, on May 7th, 2024, officers responded to a call from an elderly woman who had been brutally attacked by her own daughter after refusing to give her money to buy crack. When the police arrived, they spoke with the mother, who explained how
Damn, her young daughter is on crack? Jeez.
her daughter had attacked her. They then moved on to question the daughter, who appeared nonchalant and unconcerned.
I'm sorry, I'm fed up already. She started hitting me. Everything on the floor. I don't know what she's doing now.
Did she like punch you or did she punch you or was she actually?
Yeah, but that's okay. I'll be alright.
You have your ID?
Inside.
I remember.
You remember?
Okay, so why are we here?
Because she called.
There's been a problem.
Okay, so you told me the problem. She called.
Is that how you want this?
It seems like we got a grandma here that is forced to call the cops on her grandchild. That's her daughter or her grandchild. It seems like a mom, but she seems so old. Is that how you want this to go, or are you being an adult? Let's see.
Being an adult, probably
I've been beaten up for 23 years. What do you want to talk about?
She's 23 years old. Oh, hell yeah. She's spoiled.
So you tell me.
You asked.
I already asked her why we're here.
Oh, hell no. 23 years old? In on drugs? Trying to stay with mom? No. Damn, this mom overspoiled her child. 23 years old? She should have a job, already graduated from school, trying to get a trade with her own apartment or something. Hey, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm tripping. And even if she was with mom, she should be helping with the bills, not on drugs in her room all fucking day.
What?
But where? She's home somewhere. Is it somewhere?
Oh no, she left me.
Okay, how old are you?
Well, this is tall.
Still late. It's not your child. It's your adult. What role are you?
She doesn't. Because she wants me off my ankles.
Oh, she got mental health issues. Oh, I see why the mom was being like that. You see, like, I talk about this a lot, right? When you're a parent that has kids with mental health issues, right? I know that it's hard, right? Because of the way, what the situation that they're going through, right? But when you sugarcoat everything that your child does, whether they have mental health or not, like, listen, they could have autism, they could have schizophrenia, they could have ADHD, Down syndrome, right? But I'm not going to put Down syndrome in there so much. But let's go towards autism, ADHD, and schizophrenia and stuff like that, right? Bipolar, because you got kids that they say they are bipolar. I mean, listen, I understand the depression, but I don't know how they come up with the bipolar as a child. Maybe as an adult, I could understand. They've gotten the history of them from a child, teenager to an adult, and I can see why they say, okay, you're bipolar. But as a kid, I don't know, because I know what the definition of bipolar is. But anyways, 23 years old. Nah, you should be paying your mama some rent, doing something, but in the house getting high all day. The way she talking back, oh mama, you overspoiled your child. This child should not even be here.
And now I live in Prince because you no.
I'm gonna count to 3.
You're a grown ass adult. You see what I'm saying?
I'm not going anywhere.
Let's go.
That's what she said. I know I didn't hear her wrong. She's 29 years old, yo. I thought she was 23. Grown ass woman still in her mama house doing all that shit. What the? Oh hell no! still in your mama house and you beating your mama? Hell no.
You gonna walk? Why don't you shoes?
No, you won't. Stop. I'm not touching. Don't touch me.
Let's go.
You ready? Yeah.
That's a grown ass woman. Yo, shout out to everybody. I want to see if they got, because this a grown ass woman.
I'll hit you. Oh, no,
Who resisted?
Oh, that's another case. Okay. I went too far. Okay, here we go. Here's another one. Let's see what's this one about.
walk.
Oh, it's still her?
Breathing fine.
This grown ass woman. How's she in here? I appreciate the videos. I'm gonna see
The woman
if
was
they got.
charged with resisting without violence and battery on someone 65 years of age or older.
I'm gonna see if they got another kid because it says, "Yo, okay, I get it, but damn." Entitled Kids Shock Super Nanny. I don't know what that is.
What's wrong with you? I asked you a question. I am gonna have a pregnancy.
Another grown ass woman. Or is this
Later,
a teen?
on May 7th, 2024, police were dispatched to resolve a conflict in Bloomington after a mother called for help when her unruly daughter smashed the door of their home. When the police interacted with the daughter, she became confrontational. As they attempted to de-escalate the situation, her unpredictable behavior forced them to take immediate action.
I'm talking to her, and I'll talk to her. On the phone as a witness, right? Anyway, so I said, "Well, bye, Mari. Have a good day." So if she coming out this way, she knocking stuff off on the table. Why you writing? Stop!
All right, the first case does match with what we was talking about earlier, but let me see it. These are grown ass women. I don't know. I'm about to move on to the next topic. This is a grown ass woman.
I didn't give you a chance to tell me what happened.
It still proves what I've been talking about, how in the world we create entitled. Like, listen, people forget that at the end of the day, this child that you're raising is going to grow up to be a woman and a man, right? Like, if we sit here and cover up everything, we reward these kids, right, with everything they want, and they're wrong. This is what the hell we create, whether we like it or not. So these entitled women and men that grow up, right, aren't created always by bad parenting. It could be some good parenting, but you can't spoil your child. You should be able to discipline your child. But I mean, some people take the discipline overboard. Some moms out here let their boyfriends that are not the kid's father beat on their kids. Like, shit be crazy, man. But like I said, the panels are open. Like I said, if y'all want to bring solutions to the table, like I know my rights. Shame they don't realize with my rights comes responsibilities. Yup. What a freaking actress. Seriously, a joke. She can't be that innocent and sweet after hearing those warrants. I love this channel. I mean, it's crazy. Like, I want to play it off, but I'm trying to see, is there a case where, yeah, they all look grown as shit. All these are grown ass adults. Like, is this a kid? Or is this another fucking adult? I'm sorry.
I know he's signing an affidavit right now. Where's mine?
Yeah, another grown woman.
Is gonna explain.
I'm tired of her literally running this house when she broke up another house.
Who's Amanda? Is that your sister?
My sister, my stepsister, her daughter.
See where they going.
We're not going to agree to this. You're wrong in the court of law. I have property on here. Trust me, that moves this vehicle.
Okay, ma'am.
Mr. Zorilla, are you Gorilla too?
You can keep calling me names. It's not going to make any progress.
Yeah, man, people's out of pocket. They too fucking grown to be acting like that. They is too grown. But I'm gonna find my own videos, right? Because this was a video that was sent to me, and I thought because it said when entitled kids don't listen to their parents, what happens? Let me see. No, these are all grown Sorry. These are all grown people on this John. No kids. These are all grown women disrespecting their parents. Yo, but shout out to everybody that shows me them, the crimes caught on camera, yo. I appreciate y'all. But we're gonna move on to the next topic, right? Because I've been on this topic already, for an hour, 32 minutes, right? So we're gonna move on. We're gonna go right into the news. So we're gonna, play a little, like a little 30, 45 minutes to an hour of the news, right? We're gonna review and react to that. I appreciate everybody that's in the chat, everybody that's coming through, those that share Shorty's video. I appreciate my day one subscribers, the new subscribers, y'all. If y'all haven't subbed up, make sure y'all do. Cause listen, man, a Shorty just pops up. I be trying to schedule these lives, but I gotta pop up when I can. So I appreciate each and every one that showed me support, from the bottom of my heart. Cause listen, man, a Shorty wouldn't be here or make it this far if it wasn't for all my supporters, yo. So I appreciate y'all. So we're going to watch a little bit of the news, and then we're going to get into YouTube's most hated videos of all time. Damn, rewind it back. So we got killed ex-boyfriend's mother by burning down their house. Did we read? Yeah, we already saw this one. We gotta move on to the next one. Hold up. Yep, here we go. President Biden pardons his son. I mean, I don't know if y'all have seen this. This is trending right now, right? Appreciate everybody that sends me news articles, that send me clips, that be sending me, videos that are caught on camera for me to review and react to. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Like, the panels are open, right? I'm not sure how long I'm gonna be here. We got some time today though, but when I'm done reacting, we done reacting. But I appreciate y'all. Let's bring awareness to these topics and much more, y'all. There's so much going on. And like I said, right, we was just talking about kids and parenting. If anybody got more solutions, more stories to bring here to bring awareness, y'all more than welcome to come up, talk to a Shorty on the panel. The chat is right there, in the chat, also is open when the live is over for, those that watch the replay. I would love to hear what y'all got to say. But let's hear about President Biden pardoning his son. I could have sworn this man said he was never going to pardon his son. But let's proceed.
Despite pledges not to do so. Natalie. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight on 7 News at 10. I'm Kelsey O'Donnell. We start things off with breaking news out of Washington tonight. President Biden has pardoned his son Hunter Biden on federal gun and tax evasion convictions, despite pledges not to do so. Natalie Brandt has more from Washington.
President Biden Sunday night confirmed he signed a pardon for his son Hunter. In a statement, the president said from the day he took office, he said he would not interfere with the Justice Department's decision-making and said he kept his word even as he watched his son being unfairly prosecuted. He said, quote, Hunter was singled out only because he is my son, and alleges an effort to break Hunter, who is 5.5.
Didn't Hunter Biden have all that evidence on him? So how was he, listen, man. Do y'all feel as though that Biden was being biased towards his son? Out of everybody he could have pardoned, he only chooses to pardon his son when he leaves. Nobody else. You're not going to pardon nobody else. But why your son? After you said that he committed these crimes, didn't they find the evidence on him? So he is guilty. So why bring him out?
Years sober. He blamed political opponents in Congress for instigating the charges. Hunter Biden was set to be sentenced later this month after being convicted of felony gun and tax evasion charges from federal cases in Delaware and California. The gun charges stemmed from Hunter Biden's purchase of a firearm in 2018 when he was battling an addiction to illegal drugs and lied on paperwork to obtain the gun. Separately, he pleaded guilty to 9 tax evasion charges. President Biden had previously said he would not pardon his son or commute his sentence.
I'm extremely proud of my son, Hunter. He has overcome an addiction. He's one of the brightest, most decent men I know, and I am satisfied that I'm not going to do anything. I said I abide by the jury decision. I will do that, and I will not pardon him.
The reversal comes less than 2 months from when President-elect Trump will take office. Republican Congressman James Comer of Kentucky, chairman of the House Committee on Oversight and Accountability, said in a statement of his own, the charges Hunter faced were just the tip of the iceberg in what he called the blatant corruption that President Biden and the Biden crime family have lied about to the American people. Mr. Biden said he made his decision over the weekend, which he spent with his family, including Hunter in Nantucket. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
By the
Yo, he tripping. How did it get to that? Is that still the thing? Let me see.
By the
Oh yeah, I gotta why is it like this? What happened to my chat? I mean to my thing. All right, so we got a live update. Well, it's not live no more. We got an update. Illinois Sheriff's deputy who murdered Sonia Massey set to walk free. Yo, like I reacted to this when it was first happening. I still feel that they should throw away the key on this officer. He's an entitled officer. Like, listen, man, yo,
Say her name, loud and clear, so they'll never forget it. Sonia Massey. Anywhere where fear runs deep, heavy trigger cops don't think, they just leap over a pile of boiling water. Such a shame, a coward in blue playing a deadly game. Sonia Massey pleaded on her knees. I'm sorry, she cried, but he still squeezed. No heart in his chest, just cold and bitter. This feels like a setup by the trigger happy hitter. A life taken too soon for what crime? Just a pot of water bubbling over time. No chance to explain or make it right. In the blink of an eye, plunged into eternal night. The headlights scream of injustice and pain as we mourn another life lost in vain. The system broken, hearts shattered apart by those who should protect with courage, not dark. Sonia Massey pleaded on her knees. I'm sorry, she cried, but he still squeezed. No heart in his chest, just cold and bitter. This feels like a setup by the trigger happy hitter. In a world so unjust, Sonia Massey lost her life. Blame thrown left and right, but just to show ignite. Say her name loud and clear, let the truth be near. In the shadows of deceit, her memory we hold dear. Amidst the darkness and lies that cloud her fate. A victim of cruelty and a cruel twist of hate. Whispers of the injustice echo through the night. Sonia's spirit lingers, demanding what is right. Sonia Massey pleaded on her knees. I'm sorry, she cried, but he still squeezed. No heart in his chest, just cold and bitter. This feels like a setup by the trigger happy hitter. In the shadows of the night, Sonia stood tall. I rebuke you, in the name of Jesus she called. The officer's eyes filled with venomous spite as he dared her. And I rebuke you in the dim moonlight. Sonia pleaded for mercy on bended knees. I'm sorry, she whispered, her voice filled with plea. But the officer's words cut through like a knife. A crazy bitch she spat with hatred and strife. With courage in her heart, Sonia spoke clear and bold. Her name echoed loud as the story unfolds. Sonia Massey pleaded on her knees. I'm sorry, she cried, but he still squeezed. No heart in his chest, just cold and bitter. This feels like a setup by the heavy trigger hitter. In the darkness of despair, a cry for help was in the air. Sonia Massey, just 36, her mental health in need of fix. But a heartless cop's cruel hand ended her life without a care. Say her name loud and clear, let it echo far and near. Justice must be served, for Sonia's unfairly taken. May her story be a beacon, shining light on lives forsaken. Sonia Massey pleaded on her knees. I'm sorry, she cried, but he still squeezed. No heart in his chest, just cold and bitter. This feels like a setup by the happy trigger hitter. We lift our voices high to honor Sonia's name in the sky. Let it hover over their heads as a reminder of the cost of neglecting those in need and the lives that have been lost.
My condolences go out to Sonia Massey, yo. May she have peace in paradise, yo, man. This case right here, I really do feel as though that this was a person that was set up by both, not just her, like certain people in her family, not all, but certain people in her family. and an entitled officer.
Elites by the deep state, and that obviously is not actually happening. But now we've got Congress people who are talking about this. We've got our legislatures literally using the time they were sent to the state capitol to pass laws to help people. Instead, they're just watching back catalog episodes of InfoWars and then running with that. And so this is funny on a certain level, but it's also sad that this has become so normalized and our actual elected officials. Yes. What do you think?
Well, first of all, she can say they because no one who buys into any of her stuff cares who they are, right? No one is asking that question. But then, this is kind of like what we were talking about at the beginning of the show, where politicians will just kind of talk about all these fake solutions to maybe fake problems and, say, look, I'm doing this.
I knew it. I said it before, man. Yeah, they was gonna let him walk. Like, especially after, the evidence came out, for those of y'all that missed it, I do have the uploads, right? I do have the lives up, right? I did the reviews and I did the reactions to it. I still got to do some more uploads on Sonia Massey, right? Because they're on the live. Them lives were long. So, man, from the new evidence that came out a few months ago, like, for me, if that's why I keep saying, like, I feel as though she was a woman that was kind of set up by certain people in her family and this one corrupt officer. And I feel as though that his partner got parts in it, but hey, leave it to some people. They say I feel as though he knew.
This in Congress. I'm being productive. I'm contributing to my society. This is what my constituents want me to be here doing. This is what they pay me their tax dollars to do. There are solutions to this problem, right? We saw this problem was going to be a problem decades ago. Even a century ago, we saw that all of this stuff was going to be a problem today and that this is what was going to happen. Now that it has happened, the Republicans who have become climate deniers in recent years, because they weren't always, but now the Republicans are saying, after years of saying, no, that's not real, that's not what's going to happen, it's happening already. So now they have to pivot. And this is their pivot. It's, the Democrats did it. Like, it's exhausting, but this is what their constituents respond to. This is what their base responds to. And at the end of the day, Marjorie Taylor Greene gets to sit there and be like, oh, look, I did something. This is what my people wanted me to do. So good for her. I guess.
And you identified what's so fundamentally dishonest about this is regular conservatives who consider themselves populists might think, well, yeah, I read that theory online. And look, now we finally have people that are working on this. This is them hearing me. No. Everything that you just saw, the law, Marjorie Greene's tweets could have been sponsored by ExxonMobil. Because if you're one of the companies,
I'm gonna fast forward. He's talking too much.
What is?
Hey, none than the incomparable Sharon Reed, always fascinating.
Okay.
Hey, none than the incomparable Sharon Reed.
Because I'm like, what the hell is they talking about?
Analysis.
I didn't even realize that was a little ad.
Top story of the day.
I was lost too.
Hell of a thing.
I was wondering
who decided to murder Sonia.
Don't judge a shorty, all right? Sometimes I'm a little slow. Like, when I say, when I look for the videos myself and I, watch them and stuff like that, I know what I'm going to talk about, what I'm going to say. But, when I'm reacting to videos that are sent to me, I didn't know that was going to happen. So, I mean, usually that never happens when there's a video of, undisputable. But hey, let's get to it. I feel as though this cop should not be released. He should do his time. Why they let him walk? Just cause we're about to find out. But let's continue. This shit is crazy. Why is he walking free?
Massey will actually walk free now. Here's video.
Massey starts to set down the pot and apologizes. Grayson fires 3 times, striking her in the face.
Headshot with the female, 1078.
Prosecutors say Grayson's partner tried to give the 36-year-old first aid, even though Grayson discouraged him.
I'm gonna go get my kid. Yeah, sure, she's done. You can go get it, but that's a
Called her a crazy bitch. She's done. He told him there's no point. I feel as though she could have probably been saved I mean, there's been plenty of people that have had, wounds to the head and have been saved. But this trigger happy mother heifer right here. I'm getting better. I did it. I didn't think I was gonna, I was gonna say the right boy. I'm trying. Baby Pops, you should be proud of me. All right. I'm trying to stop the cussing, but man, sometimes people just get you out your man. Boy, I just want to pull him out the screen and just
headshot.
Put up the picture full mass. I'm going to give you the update to this horrific story. The family is obviously outraged as the former Illinois Sheriff's deputy, Sean Grayson, who was charged with murder, is actually set to walk free. So a former sheriff's deputy faces first-degree murder charges in the shooting death of an innocent Black woman.
Wow.
This past summer will appear in court Friday for a hearing that could set him free while awaiting trial. Sonia Massey, 36 years of age, as you remember, was killed after the county sheriff's deputy, Sean P. Grayson, who was a white male, opened fire at her Springfield home. This was July 6th, after Ms. Massey herself placed a 911 call in the middle of the night to report a prowler.
She called for help, and instead of help, she received hell.
Criminal there was the cop who arrived. The deadly incident involving Grayson came into focus after prosecutors released body camera footage. This was about 2 weeks after the shooting. Indisputable has been on this since day one. The footage revealed a bizarre encounter that began as a polite exchange with officers, but ended in tragedy when Grayson opened fire multiple times.
Which could have also been avoided, because when Sonia Massey dismissed this officer, he had no reason to go into her house. She told them she didn't need them. He still went in there, allegedly asking for an ID, which I shouldn't even have to say allegedly, right? Because it's on video. Everything that happened is on video. If you slow that video, right, if you put that, like, for example, if you put it on your Power Director, right, your Cyberlink, right, and you edit it, like you start rewinding, like, how can I say it? Slow it and play it, but put it in the slowest motion that you can, right? As slow as you can. And you will see that Sonia Massey puts that pot down. Before that, she empties out, I guess, some of the water from that pot. But she still got water in that pot because she throws some in front of her. She doesn't throw it in front of the office. She doesn't throw it towards the officer. How can I even say it's not the throw is the wrong word. She tilts that pot over to for the water to land on the floor, whatever, because I guess it had water. She noticed it had water, but she was trying to use that pot as a cover. She wasn't trying to throw water at the officer or none of that stuff. Basically, she saw the officer point the gun, all because she said, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus." Over them words, this officer sat here like he had a demon possessing him, and fired at an innocent woman with no firearm. Over what? A pot of boiling water once again? This officer was not in any danger. And so many YouTubers have broken this down and have proven that the officer was out of place.
Killing Massey in her own kitchen. A grand jury did indict Grayson on July 17th, charging him with 3 counts of first-degree murder, aggravated battery with a firearm, and official police misconduct. A group of 15 to 20 protesters marched angrily outside of the county building for Monday's bond hearing, calling for Grayson to remain in custody. Tiara Standage, who collaborated with Massey and played a key role in organizing the protest, expressed that it was, quote, ridiculous
Yes, it
to
was.
even entertain the notion of releasing Grayson. Quote, it's a slap in the face to the Massey family, Ms. Standish said. According to the Springfield State Journal Register, quote, they're spending their first holidays without their loved one, and Sean Grayson could possibly spend his holidays with his family. That is unfair. Last week, the 4th District Court of Appeals reversed a lower court's decision to keep Grayson jailed until trial, ruling that, quote, no conditions of release would be adequate to mitigate the threat Grayson posed to the safety of the community. After the decision, James Wilburn, that's Massey's father from Pine Bluff, Arkansas, described the possibility of Grayson's release as a, quote, serious miscarriage of justice. Previously, Circuit Court Judge Ryan Cadigan ordered Grayson held without bond under what's called the Pretrial Fairness Act. However, another court, the appeals court, countered that ruling on November 27th, stating that the trial court had unfairly tied Grayson's bond to his shortcomings as a law enforcement officer.
Wow.
This, they argued, shifted focus away from the primary issue, determining how to mitigate any risk he might pose after being stripped of his office. Let me explain some of this legal jargon, because this is quite unprecedented and ironic.
Please explain.
That the court of competent jurisdiction that has truly the subjective right, I know they like to call it an objective process in the bond hearing, but it is not. The subjective right in order to hold an individual without bond. That judge decided to utilize his judicial discretion and hold the officer in jail. Now, the appeal court said, well, it's not that he doesn't have the right to do it. We just don't like how he did it. We don't like the other things he said. We don't like him tying this to that. Well, the reason they're ruling this way is because they don't want the precedent set to hold officers to a higher accountability of public trust. And that is what this judge did. This judge tied the fact that the officer is an agent of public trust. And due to that, it creates even a more shock to the conscience of what has been alleged. Another court comes in, we don't like the way you said that. Not that you can't do it, we just don't like the way, okay? All right, so meanwhile, the Massey family, joined by Sonia Massey's mother, Donna Massey.
It is gonna go down when they let this officer out. I don't like, listen, man. See, this is the one thing I'm against with Trump, right? Trump said he wants to give officers full immunity. But look at in this case, we all said it. Everybody that reacted to this case said that this officer is not going to spend, he's not going to be long. Hopefully he does, right? But we said it. He's not going to be long behind jail. He's not going to be long behind bars. Like you had his the captain, the sergeant, whoever he was, right? Trying to, vouch for him. His dad used to be, captain of the department at one point. So it's kind of like, well, his father-in-law. Was it his father-in-law? Yeah, his father-in-law. I mean, I said it. They're going to let him out and she's not going to get her justice. She's not. This man should be behind bars with the key thrown away because he decided to sit here and handle and do things the way he did. He thought because he had a badge, he was the boss. He could do and please, he could do and please with whoever he wanted, whenever he wanted. Like, just because he had a badge? Really though? How many more cops are going to hide behind that badge after they get immunity? Huh. Because he did. And like I keep telling people, officers already have some type of protection, some type of little kind of like, it's like an immunity, right? I was shocked when that judge said it to me. The judge, when she said that shit when I was with my son in court. Like, she really said that teachers are protected just like officers, lawyers, judges. Huh. But Trump wants to give them full immunity. And this doesn't show him something? That we have corrupt officers? Full immunity? Him walking out, it's going to go down. And I'm saying it. I'm saying it again. Because this is not my first time saying it. I just didn't think that they was going to let him out so fast.
Express outrage that Grayson would likely walk out of jail within a few days. Grayson, who has been in custody,
it's going to be hell in these
since
streets.
July 17th, was first held at the Manatee County Jail. But in late October, he was moved to Macon County Jail in Decatur in the state. His release conditions could involve home confinement, paired with a monitoring system to ensure his compliance. Since the shooting, U.S. Department of Justice opened an investigation into the county sheriff's office, citing, quote, serious concerns about the sheriff's department interactions with Black people and people with behavioral health disabilities, which it is noted Ms. Massey had, as well as several practices and procedures.
Well, I'm going to correct this. I'm sorry. I am so sorry, right? But I'm not sorry. I got to correct you right here, right? She did not have no mental illnesses until she started going in, around that time to the mental health facility that she was supposed to do 30 to 90 days, but she only did 2 weeks because they discharged her, right? The mom was alleging that she had schizophrenia and all that, bipolar and all this stuff, without a doctor giving her a diagnosis. And that's where I say a lot of parents are wrong when they self-diagnose a child and not really knowing, what they have or don't have. So, I mean, it's crazy. I'm gonna look for the uploads, right? But I think they coming down in order from the way I downloaded it on YouTube to my USB. So that's how I'm actually uploading them as they come, But that video that I saw, like I said, when the mom and the aunt called the cops on her the first time, right? When it all really started was when the mom really first called the cops. This is crazy. So it's like, I don't know. I feel like it was a little setup. I don't know. That video really confused me when I saw it. So I don't know if I'm like, I wonder if more people still saying the same thing, still thinking the way we was back then when it comes to the mom. The dad, I don't know. I don't think I didn't even see the dad that day when they did the first, 911 call. But man, the mom should have known. But the way the mom was acting, her demeanor, her character was different on that video, on that footage. That's why I'm saying, like, I don't know. I be second guessing the mom, for real, for real. I'm not going to sit here and lie. And could the grandmom have, had enough power to sit here and manipulate the kids to say, what she wanted them to say for us to hear, because it's like I feel like Sonia Massey was done dirty by both, by certain people in her family and a corrupt officer. That right there, the way I think, is not going to change.
Procedures, the office is required to submit the necessary documents to the DOJ by December 14th. The sheriff's office will likely not comply because they're hoping for a different, let's just say, point of view from the incoming administration. The court, the appeals court in particular, decided to bend itself in ways that's uncommon for a court to overrule a judge who had primary judicial discretion in a bond hearing in order to protect not the community, but a cop. The court could have ruled that the way the judge tied the officer's profession to the alleged conduct was improper. However, it is within the complete jurisdictional authority of the judge to make decisions as it relates to bond. They could have split the difference, is my point, without overruling the judicial authority, but they did. All right, sharing thoughts here.
Yeah, contortionist is the way I would, that's a good word to use for it. I sometimes wish we'd stop playing this game. I think, sure, when you fight, you have the opportunity, you should never give up. I'll never give up. But it's incredibly difficult, Dr. Ritchie, to fight when the rules of the game and even the game itself are constantly changing. There's no need to protect Black people, and that's the way the appeals court saw it.
Yeah, we're going to bring you updates. Obviously, Sharon, we are hoping that there's enough.
What's crazy is, right, that if Sonia would have had a gun in there, right, and that officer, when he pointed that gun at her being innocent, she could have fired at that officer for self-defense, and it's all on video. For real, for real. This officer had no rights whatsoever. One, to be in that house after she dismissed him when she came in the house to go get her ID. Right? She was still going to get her ID after she said, I don't need you no more. Right there, when she said, I don't need you, the officer said, well, do you have your ID? She said, no, I don't have, let me go check inside for this paperwork. Right? She told him to stay there. This nigga still went in the house. He went in the house behind her. He had no right there. He kept wanting to keep going after she said she didn't need his services no more. That right there, he should have left. If he felt like she was unhinged or something, he could have called it in and said, well, listen, we need the EMT down here, waited in the car, whatever. But no, from the way this officer's, already was, coming at her from the beginning, he had an attitude from the beginning. This officer was unhinged that day. Like, it's so much to that video that if y'all go back, y'all watch it, y'all slow it down, y'all will see what a lot of us are saying.
Another remedy other than letting this guy go and somehow setting a precedent that judges aren't allowed to take into consideration the level of public trust you have. We believe, obviously, this is the right way to go and not the wrong way to go. If you have a position of public trust, you are held to a higher public standard. That's how it works. All right.
Facts.
So a cop decides to pull over the wrong vehicle and pulls out a.
That is crazy. So let us shorty know what y'all think on that, man. That is, I cannot believe that Sonia Massey's shooter is going to come
by the elites.
Be free. That is crazy.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Hold on 1 second. I'm trying to get into the What happened? Why am I not on my...
Detroit police working very quickly on this one, getting a female suspect into custody within 24 hours of allegedly throwing a firebomb at her ex-boyfriend.
We saw that already. I gotta go to my playlist. What happened? Why you took me out the playlist? What is you doing, dude? Here we go.
Hey there.
Hey there, nothing. Okay.
Listening to
State
of Survival Radio. Calling
Hold on
all
1
survivors
second.
who can hear this. Please come to our shelter.
New attendant.
Something's not right. My playlist is... Hold on 1 second, guys. Because I don't know why my playlist is doing this. I mean, the whole point of having the playlist so it could play it, right? So why did you take me?
New attendant man is out of the hospital and recovering after he says his ex-girlfriend tried to kill him.
Here's the deal. It is a miracle he survived because he says she shot him several times, firing until she ran out of bullets. Tonight, he's still worried because his ex just posted
Okay,
bond.
so I'm gonna have to do a part 2 on this too. Like that. Okay, so yeah, it looks like we're gonna have to do a part 2 because my damn playlist is messing with me.
New at 10.
Now, would it play the playlist?
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Aren't allowed to take.
A firefighter in
All right, so I'm gonna have to update the current news playlist. Something is not right. I don't know what the heck is going on and why it's doing this. Let me see something. It's tripping.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight.
New at 10, a man is out of the hospital and recovering after he says his ex.
What is going on? Yo, YouTube is messing with me right now. Let's play the little Sonia Massey John while I get this ready. My bad.
Say her name, loud and clear, so they'll never forget it.
Sonia Massey. Anywhere where fear runs deep, heavy trigger cops don't think, they just leap. Over a pot of boiling water, such a shame, a coward in blue playing a deadly game. Sonia Massey pleaded on her knees, I'm sorry, she cried, but he still squeezed. No heart in his chest, just cold and bitter. This feels like a setup by the trigger happy hitter. A life taken too soon for what crime? Just a pot of water bubbling over time. No chance to explain or make it right. In the blink of an eye, plunged into eternal night. The headlights scream of injustice and pain as we mourn another life lost in vain. The system broken, hearts shattered apart by those who should protect with courage, not dart. Sonia Massey pleaded on her knees. I'm sorry, she cried, but he still squeezed. No heart in his chest, just cold and bitter. This feels like a setup by the trigger happy hitter. In a world so unjust, Sonia Massey lost her life. Blame thrown left and right, but just to show ignite. Say her name loud and clear, let the truth be near. In the shadows of deceit, her memory we hold dear. Amidst the darkness and lies that cloud her fate. A victim of cruelty and a cruel twist of hate. Whispers of the injustice echo through the night. Sonia's spirit lingers, demanding what is right. Sonia Massey pleaded on her knees. I'm sorry, she cried, but he still squeezed. No heart in his chest, just cold and bitter. This feels like a setup by the trigger happy hitter. In the shadows of the night, Sonia stood tall. I rebuke you, in the name of Jesus she called. The officer's eye filled with venomous spite as he dared her. And I rebuke you in the dim moonlight. Sonia pleaded for mercy on bended knees. I'm sorry, she whispered, her voice filled with plea. But the officer's words cut through like a knife. A crazy bitch, she spat with hatred and strife. With courage in her heart, Sonia spoke clear and bold. Her name echoed loud as the story unfolds. Sonia Massey pleaded on her knees. I'm sorry, she cried, but he still squeezed. No heart in his chest, just cold and bitter. This feels like a setup by the happy trigger hitter. In the darkness of despair, a cry for help was in the air. Sonia Massey, just 36, her mental health in need of fix. But a heartless cop's cruel hand ended her life without a care. Say her name loud and clear, let it echo far and near. Justice must be served, for Sonia is unfairly taken. May her story be a beacon, shining light on lives forsaken. Sonia Massey pleaded on her knees. I'm sorry, she cried, but he still squeezed. No heart in his chest, just cold and bitter. This feels like a setup by the happy trigger hitter. We lift our voices high to honor Sonia's name in the sky. Let it hover over their heads as a reminder of the cost of neglecting those in need and the lives that have been lost. I apologize. The shorty was having technical difficulties today, man. I don't know what's up, man. I really don't know what was going on. But we back on track. We back on track. The shorty's gonna do 2 more videos, right? And we're gonna play one video, right? Because we're gonna do a part 2 later on. We're gonna continue with the current news. We're gonna do a part 2 to this, all right? Everything's gonna be a part 2 to it because I'm get me a better video than the one that I was sent. Right, of kids that don't listen to their parents and much more, with hopefully a positive message in it, right?
So let's watch these two videos that we, before we get started onto YouTube's most hated videos, right? We got an uproar as push to ban first ever transgender Congresswoman from using women's bathroom intensifies. So are they trying to say that they're the Congresswoman, first ever transgender Congresswoman from... We had a transgender Congresswoman? I didn't even know we had a transgender Congresswoman. Did anybody know we had a transgender Congresswoman? Wait a minute. All right. So apparently there's an uproar as push to ban first ever transgender Congresswoman from using women's bathroom intensifies. All right. So we're going to play this video. And why are all teachers quitting schools? Right? Why are they all quitting? Teachers. So we're going to play these two videos, right? And then we're going to move on to YouTube's most hated. And then we're going to do part 2 later on because I'm going to get something to eat, right? Make sure my kids got something to eat. Then I can come back to social media, right? Once I've handled my motherly duties here in this house, right? And we can come to a part 2 and be on this, John. It's Friday, right? So, hey, let's do this, man. Ugh, what the fuck? Sorry. What in the world is going on?
Erupted on Capitol Hill after a woke storm has erupted on Capitol Hill after the first ever transgender woman was elected to Congress. Sarah McBride is the representative for Delaware and is a biological man. Her election has some in Washington very concerned about the bathrooms that she will be using, to the point that Representative Nancy Mace introduced a bathroom bill to stop biological men from using women's bathrooms and locker rooms.
Can allow biological men into women's private spaces. I will stand in the brink and stand in the way of anyone on the radical left who thinks that it's okay for a penis to be in a women's locker room or a bathroom or a changing room. Hell no. I'm not going to stand for it. And the speaker said it would be in the House rules package. If it's not, I'll be ready with a motion, a privileged motion to force a vote on this. This is not okay.
Nancy Mace doubled down on this, saying she is protecting the rights of women and girls.
The radical left is calling me an extremist for being a feminist, fighting to protect the rights of women and girls. If being a feminist makes me an extremist or a bigot or a monster, I am totally here for it, because I'm going to fight like hell for every woman and every little girl across this country to protect you and keep you safe.
And she returned to the press to slam the radical left for their attempt to erase women.
Not be in the locker room, should not be in changing rooms, should not be in our restrooms either. And I'm going to be standing in the brink, standing in his or her way, putting a stop to this insanity and this nonsense. She doesn't get a say. This is about real women and women's rights. And the far left, radical left, they want to erase women and women's rights, and I'm not going to let them.
But not everyone in Washington, D.C. is so brave to tell the truth. Speaker Mike Johnson continued the woke rhetoric, refusing to say whether Sarah McBride is a man or a woman.
Mr. Speaker, is freshman-elect Sarah McBride a man or a woman?
Look, I'm not going to get into this. We welcome all new members with open arms who are duly elected representatives of the people. I believe it's a command. We treat all persons with dignity and respect. We will. And I'm not going to engage in silly debates about this. There's a concern about uses of restroom facilities and locker rooms and all that. This is an issue that Congress has never had to address before. We're going to do that in a deliberate fashion with member consensus on it, and we will accommodate the needs of every single person.
After pushback, the speaker did finally come out and clarify his position, which was much more in line with common sense.
Hello, everybody. I just want to make a statement for all of you here and be very clear. I was asked a question this morning at the leadership gaggle, and I rejected the premise because the answer is so obvious. For anybody who doesn't know my well-established record on this issue, let me be unequivocally clear. A man is a man, and a woman is a woman, and a man cannot become a woman. That said, I also believe, that's what Scripture teaches, what I just said, but I also believe that we treat everybody with dignity. And so we can do and believe all those things at the same time. And I wanted to make that.
Let me pause it right here real quick because I got to deal with something real quick. I apologize for that, guys. And I'm going to play the video over again because these are topics that need to be talked about. Hold on 1 second.
If I knew then what I know now, sometimes I wonder, would I be the same or would I be different? A shorty still believes in fairy tales and imagination that lasts forever. Sometimes I wonder if I turn back the hands of times, fix my mistakes, will things change? Oh Lord, guide me through this journey of life. Help me see the light through all the pain and strife. I wake up in the morning feeling lost and alone, wondering if life's worth living or if I should grab the chrome. The weight of the world on my shoulders is hard to bear. I see no change, it's like nobody cares. I look in the mirror, see a stranger staring back, lost in the world that's spinning off track. I ask myself, is this all there is, or should I give up and let the darkness win? I see no change, just the same old game. Wake up in the morning, I ask myself, is life worth living, or should I blast myself? I see no change, just the same old pain, but I know deep down I gotta break these chains. Sometimes I wonder if I turn back the hands of time, fix my mistakes, will things change? Oh Lord, guide me through this journey of life, help me see the light through all the pain and strife. If I can go back in time, tell my younger self it's gonna be fine. Embrace the challenges, let your light shine. You'll grow and learn, just give it time. Hey young me, listen up, don't be afraid. Life's a journey, mistakes will be made. Chase your dreams, don't let them fade. Believe in yourself, you'll make the grade. Don't stress about what others say. Stay true to yourself every day. Love deeply, laugh often, don't delay, cause in the end, it's how you play. Be kind to others along the way. Spread love and positivity each day. Don't worry about what they may say, cause your uniqueness is here to stay. Sometimes I wonder if I turn back the hands of times, fix my mistakes, will things change? Oh Lord, guide me through this journey of life, help me see the light through all the pain and strife. If I have to meet my younger self, I tell her not to be afraid, that courage will be her wealth and bravery will never fade. Don't fear the challenges ahead, for you'll face them head on. Your inner strength will dawn. You'll grow up to be a warrior, standing tall, unafraid and strong. A parent, a role model, and inspired, fighting for what's right all along. Sometimes I wonder if I turn back the hands of time, fix my mistakes, will things change? Oh Lord, guide me through this journey of life, help me see the light through all the pain and strife. Looking back on all the roads I've traveled, regrets and lessons learned along the way, but still holding on to hope and faith that with God's grace, a brighter day will come our way. I see no change at all. I'm stuck in this cycle, feeling so small. I ask myself, is this all there is, or should I just end it all with a final kiss? I try to stay strong, but it's getting harder each day. The pain and the struggle won't seem to go away. I'm tired of the lies, tired of the deceit. I see no change, just defeat after defeat. I wake up in the morning feeling lost and alone, wondering if life's worth living or if I should grab the throne. The weight of the world on my shoulders is hard to bear. I see no change, it's like nobody cares. Deep down I know I must fight, I won't let the darkness consume me. I'll shine my light, I'll rise above the pain, I'll break free from these chains. I'll find my purpose and I'll make a change. Sometimes I wonder if I turn back the hands of times, fix my mistakes, will things change? Oh Lord, guide me through this journey of life, help me see the light through all the pain and strife. Sometimes in life we make so many mistakes, and we think that when we fall we're not able to get up. We listen to those that, talk in our ear, tell us that they, are there for us. And at the end of the day, what's crazy? A friend ain't nothing but $1 in your pocket. Family is what you make of it. Family is not who you're born into. Alright? So we need to pick ourselves up and do what we gotta do. Life is not for you to sit around and wait for Superman to come save you. Only you can save yourself. Just like that.
I apologize for that. My son is homeschooled. So, his teacher called and, I had to deal with that real quick. But I wanted to hear what they was talking about. So I just put that on. So let's get back on to the topic, right? I didn't even know that we had a transgender congresswoman. But let's start this video over. Hold up. For anybody that missed it, we're watching, we're reviewing and reacting to the uproar as push to ban first ever transgender congresswoman from using women's bathrooms intensifies. I didn't know that there was a transgender congresswoman. But if anybody did, and we're about to find out who she is, but if anybody did, let us surely know. I mean, I hope I'm not alone in this. Damn. I didn't know.
A woke storm has erupted on Capitol Hill after the first ever
Blessings,
transgender
how
woman
keys,
was elected
720.
to
Blessings, how you
Congress.
doing this morning?
Sarah McBride is the representative for Delaware and is a biological man. Her election has some in Washington very concerned about the bathrooms that she will be using, to the point that Representative Nancy Mace introduced a bathroom bill to stop biological men from using women's bathrooms and locker rooms.
Can allow biological men into women's private spaces. I will stand in the brink and stand in the way of anyone on the radical left who thinks that it's okay for a penis to be in a women's locker room or a bathroom or a changing room. Hell no. I am not.
It's not okay. It really isn't, man. Do y'all know the consequences behind this shit, man? Y'all know what could happen? Like, man, if the two men that thought were women, right, that got transferred into the women's prison, right, got two women impregnate. I mean, the two men, the one man that thought he was a woman, right, that got transferred to the women's prison and impregnated two women in that prison, right, doesn't show you nothing. I listen, I don't know what else, man. He's still a man. Just because he thinks he's a woman doesn't mean he's a woman. When he looks at a woman or something like that, listen, man, whatever turns him on from a woman, listen, his third leg still gets hard. All right. So it's kind of like, oh, a boy is a boy, a girl is a girl, a man is a man, a woman is a woman. Snap.
Not going to stand for it. And the speaker said it would be in the House rules package. If it's not, I'll be ready with a motion, a privileged motion to force a vote on this. This is not okay.
Nancy Mace doubled down on this, saying she is protecting the rights of women and girls.
The radical left is calling me an extremist for being a feminist, fighting to protect the rights of women and girls. If being a feminist makes me an extremist or a bigot or a monster, I am totally here for it, because I'm going to fight like hell for every woman and every little girl across this country to protect you and keep you safe.
And she returned to the press to slam the radical left for their attempt to erase women.
Not be in the locker room, should not be in changing rooms, should not be in our restrooms either. And I'm going to be standing in the brink, standing in his or her way, putting a stop to this insanity and this nonsense. She doesn't get a say. This is about real women and women's rights. And the far left, radical left, they want to erase women and women's rights, and I'm not going to let them.
But not everyone in Washington, D.C.
There you go. There you go. See, and they was trying to throw us off with the, oh my God, it's your body, it's your rights. Okay, we get that. But see, as a woman, right, I know it's my body, I know it's my rights, right? But I'm one of those women, right, that feel as though, right, that if I'm having sex with a man, right, and we're both not ready to have a baby, right, we're going to, find a way to protect ourselves. I'm going to listen to him. He's going to listen to me, right? And if he's not ready to have a baby and I'm ready to have a baby, I'm just going to hold on. So in the meanwhile, right, unless there's an accident, in the meanwhile, I'm going to use whatever protection I can, him helping too, because men, you got to also listen. It's not just me doing it by myself as a female. Or it's vice versa. Listen, we got to listen to each other until we both ready. Unless, listen, you find somebody else that you let this person go. Like, listen, this is not working out. I really want to have a baby. I think I should, be on my own. Right. I mean, this is just me, my opinion, right? Random thoughts, So I feel as though that, as a woman, if I get pregnant by the person that I just lay down in bed, he should also have the right, like, damn, am I ready to have this baby? I mean, it's so much. I feel as though conversations should be had before, hand and all that. Like, it's so much to this. Like, it's so much to it. It's so much to it. But that's just a little bit of what I think. A little bit. But now when you're coming to, a man is a man and a woman is a woman. Yes, you're fucking right. Yes. You don't treat a boy like you treat a girl. You don't treat a girl like you treat a boy. Listen, I don't care. I get it. You got teenagers out there, women out there that say, I'm lesbian, I'm this, I'm that, right? They got their preferences. All right. I'm not going to judge them. I'm trying to find the words so you two don't say, you can't, because you said this way. So I'm trying to find the right way of saying it. So listen, just because another woman is interested in another woman, right, doesn't give us the right to pick on them and bully them. But at the end of the day, right, that's what they're into. And it's crazy, right? Because I've heard a lot of listen, I'm gonna be straight up with it. I hope I don't get in trouble for it. I've heard a lot of lesbians tell me, right, that there are no real, lesbians out here, no real dykes, right, unless they're virgins, right? And that was odd to me. Like, it was a weird conversation, right? Because I'm like, what you mean? And a lot of them have said that, if they've had a man before they had a woman, a lot of them, right, in certain occasions, right, have the tendency of either cheating with a man or going back to the man or a man. So it's kind of like, I know I'm straight, right? My preference are men, right? But I didn't know that. So it's kind of like, oh shit. So my thing is, I don't care what your preference is, right? I don't care if you think you're a kangaroo in the head. A man is a man, a woman is a woman. A man can't do things that a woman does. A woman can't do things that a man does, right? And when I say I fight for men's rights and women's rights, what I mean by that is, right, that at the end of the day, right, like I just said, I'm one of those women, right, that feel as though that I need to, be on the same page with my partner, especially if we're going to have a baby. I'm not just going to sit here, have a baby, not tell him wait months, right, and then tell him, put him in a hard ass predicament. You see where I'm coming from? And that should be vice versa. I feel like the man should, think the same way. Like, but it's the woman that carries the child, and that's what they was going for, right? That's what they were saying. Women's rights, all this shit, so that the man can't have no say. So I'm saying, it's like, damn, y'all do know that because we're in America, right? Even if the father is in the picture, right? Compared to other countries where the man has to say so, we women have to say so. I hope y'all do know that we get away with so many things that a man cannot get away with. So what I mean by, I fight for men's rights and I fight for women's rights is like, at the end of the day, it's like, okay, it ain't about no gender shit. It ain't about no, I just feel as though that in certain situations, right, that a man should have rights, especially when it comes to, the kids and stuff like that, and much more. Way much more. Like, for example, if a woman screams rape and a man gets, arrested right there and then, right? Then it goes to trial and all that shit. The same rules should apply to a man. If a man says he's been abused or sexually molested, right? The woman should be arrested while the investigation is being handled. Because, that's how they handle the men. I mean, I'm sorry. But, them type of accusations, just because you're a woman, you should be walking free. But a man gets accused of it, he's behind cuffs right away. But there are, changes being made to that because a lot of people are coming together, men and women. They're not fighting each other. They're not going against each other. They're letting it be known, like, this is what we want. This is what's needed. You see where I'm coming from? Like, but hey, I guess to each his own, right? I don't want to offend nobody, get nobody mad, right? Like, I know everybody got their own opinions. Opinions are, listen, opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one. Shout out to my baby Pops when he broke that shit down. Listen, man, the first time he broke that shit down, man, I went at him so hard. And then I sat down and I was like, I hate you. He's like, why? Because you're right and I was wrong. So it's like, So we need to sit down and write and get a better understanding when certain people come out here and be like, I fight for men's rights and women's rights too. Like, people get it misunderstood and start thinking other things. Like, no, take the time and listen to what's coming out my mouth, right? I feel as though that there shouldn't be no boys in no girls' bathrooms. I feel as though there shouldn't be no girls in those boys' bathroom. But it's crazy that we have a lot of men trying to get into the women's bathrooms. We got a lot of men trying to get into women's sports. Like, I know we got a lot of women thinking that they're men, right? And, want to dress like men, want to do this, want to do that. But I don't see these women. I mean, if y'all know us, I mean, so far, a lot of people are agreeing with me when it comes to this, right? I don't see the women trying to be in the women's bathroom or trying to be into the men's sports. I mean, they got women's sports. They don't have to do that. I mean, listen. This shit is crazy. This shit is wild. Let us show them know what y'all think. Let's continue.
DC is so brave to tell the truth. Speaker Mike Johnson continued the woke rhetoric, refusing to say whether Sarah McBride is a man
some people
or a
don't want to
woman.
touch it.
Mr. Speaker, is freshman-elect Sarah McBride a man or a woman?
Look, I'm not going to get into this. We welcome all new members with open arms who are duly elected representatives of the people. I believe it's a command. We treat all persons with dignity and respect. We will, and I'm not going to engage in silly debates about this. There's a concern about.
Well, if people respect everyone with dignity and respect, then you should understand that when a man, right, a biological man that has a third leg, right, walks and enters into a woman's bathroom, right, it makes it feel uncomfortable. I don't care if the man is dressed as a woman. I don't care if he got lipstick on and 2 ponytails looking like the Chilindrina. Yo, he's still a man. No reason why he should be out here in this woman's bathroom or in a woman's sports in a woman's locker room. Why? I know that in the gym we all mixed up, but a man in a woman's bathroom? For what? Y'all got y'all men bathroom with y'all man stalls where y'all could, just pull it out and piss, right? No, we got to go into our stalls and piss with closed doors. Like, we don't even look at each other. Y'all want us to sit here and walk into a bathroom and watch a man pissing in a urinal in a woman's bathroom. Or a man looking at us while we're in the bathroom just because he's dressed as a woman. Like, I haven't seen men out here pretend to be women just to get with his best friend's girl. Fuck out of here, man. People are so naive, ignorant to you know what? I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Because I really didn't mean to say that. Like, I haven't seen men out here pretend to be women just to be with their fucking homie's girl. Yeah, that shit real. Slow down, Rach. Let's get back to the news.
Uses of restroom facilities and locker rooms and all that. This is an issue that Congress has never had to address before. We're going to do that in a deliberate fashion with member consensus on it. And we will accommodate the needs of every single person.
After pushback, the Speaker did finally come out and clarify his position, which was much more in line with common sense.
Hello, everybody. I just want to make a statement for all of you here and be very clear. I was asked a question this morning at the leadership gaggle, and I rejected the premise because the answer is so obvious. For anybody who doesn't know my well-established record on this issue, let me be unequivocally clear. A man is a man, and a woman is a woman, and a man cannot become a woman. That said, I also believe, that's what Scripture teaches, what I just said, but I also believe that we treat...
That is so true. Have y'all not seen all those videos surfacing of these kids that, turn into adults, right? They've had the surgery, right? And now they regret it because they cannot, listen, once they remove that third leg as a boy, right, they cannot get it back. Once they close the vajayjay as a girl, right, and put and implant that third leg there, once they remove that third leg, they can't get their vajayjay back. Their bodies is ruined, mutilated, and there's no turning back. Like, it's crazy, man.
Everybody,
and it's not all
and so
that
we
went
can
through it, but
do
a
and
lot
believe
of
all
them.
those things at the same time.
Oh.
And I wanted to make that clear for everybody because there's lots of questions. But that's where I stand. I've stood there my whole life, and those are facts.
Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene doubled down on this, saying that Nancy Mace's resolution doesn't go far enough.
Sarah McBride, as he calls himself, formerly Tim McBride, is a biological man, and he should not be using any of our restrooms in the capitals, in our office buildings. But Nancy Mace's resolution doesn't go far enough. A resolution is just a statement by Congress saying that Congress disagrees with something. We need something more binding, and that's what I just brought up at the microphones there in our conference. Is I directly asked Speaker Johnson what the men in our leadership are going to do about this, because this has to be stopped. America gave a mandate at this election and said not only are they sick of the open borders, the invasion, the out of control inflation, foreign wars, but they're sick of the trans ideology being shoved down our throats. And
it's like we're living Sodom and Gomorrah from the Bible. For real, for real. That's what it feels like. Have y'all ever read it? Have y'all ever, seen the movies, the series, the books they got out there? I like to read. So, with all that history that I've read from different history books, even novelties, have, chapters, series books on Sodom and Gomorrah. I hope I'm saying the name right. That's what it feels like we're living right now.
It's an attack on women and children all over the country. I don't think Nancy Mace's resolution does enough. I think we need to do more. That's what I asked Speaker Johnson, and he committed to me and there in the conference that that Sarah McBride will not be using our restrooms.
Sarah McBride hit back at the controversy, saying Republicans are using the trans issue as a distraction.
Look, this is a weird and bizarre obsession with trans people on the part of the Republican Party. And I agree with Republican governors who, when presented with the spate of anti-LGBTQ bills passed in state legislatures across the country, said these are solutions in search of a problem. And that's what we have to be crystal clear about.
That's what
moving
they're
forward.
talking about.
Because whenever you see a politician or a political party focus in on an issue that impacts a handful of people in a handful of places, you have to ask yourself why. And the answer to that is they are trying to distract. They are trying to distract.
Hey, he sounds just like a man, but looks kind of like a woman, but the jaw, the nose, the hands alone, you could tell it's not a woman. The hands are way too big. The jawline is too big. The nose, you could tell. Oh, wow. But I can't see the Adam's apple. Hold on.
Distract from what they are actually doing.
Oh, I kind of see it
Online
now.
Commentators have slammed the
he moved
woke
too fast.
ideology that allows biological men to use women's spaces. This commentator said, Sarah McBride is a man who wants to be in women's bathrooms. Representative Nancy Mace is standing up for women. Men do not belong in women's spaces and sports.
Nope,
the
they don't.
entitlement of these dudes is insane. But not everyone agrees. This Democrat said Sarah McBride is the first transgender member of Congress.
Oh,
in
wow.
response to her election, Republican Nancy Mace introduced a bill targeting her and what bathroom she uses. It's straight up bigotry and bullying. I support Representative-elect McBride, and I hope you do too.
So this lady, this man went and got a whole surgery done. Let me see. Banning a man from the woman's bathroom should not be controversial. Stop calling him a woman. He's a guy. Identifying as a woman doesn't make you a woman, just like a wolf in sheep's clothing doesn't make it a sheep. Facts. I'm still waiting on anyone on the left to rationally and logically explain why a trans feelings are more important than a female's rights to privacy and safety. Thank you. That right there is a great question. I like the way he put that. What about the rights of little girls in bathrooms? Whew, another one right there. Thank you. Another great question that should be asked in these meetings. It's not anti-LGBT, it's pro-common sense. Make women's bathrooms safe again. Like putting lipstick on a pig is still a pig. What the F is wrong with people? That's a man, period. Enough of this woke. Kick that guy out of the ladies' room. We are sick of these trans freaks. I mean, I wouldn't have said it like that. Damn. I wouldn't have said it like that at all. Because there are some transgender people out there that are good people. They're not even into this stuff right here. And it's a shame that the people that are doing it and using, this as an excuse to do what they want to do. I feel as though a lot of people are saying those are predators, right? That are around us. I can go deeper into it, but we're going to do that for another time, maybe for the live for later on. I'm definitely going to set up the time on this one. So I am going to be going live around from 7 to 8 probably, or maybe 6 to 7. I'm not sure. So between 6 to 8, I might be going live. So I'm not going to give a specific time, but in between them times, that's when I'm going to go live. So we're going to talk about it later on tonight. So let's talk about why are they all quitting? Teachers. Why are all these teachers quitting? Why are they all quitting this job? And you won't believe. Is this the video that Mel Dub showed? But this is Papa Duck, ain't it? No, is this Papa Duck? Wait. No, this is Official Artist. I couldn't see who the heck was down there. Oh no, this is Papa Duck. What am I saying? I know I wasn't tripping. So I don't think this is the video that Mel Dub, but Mel Dub was talking about why are all teachers quitting, right? A lot of them. Or was he talking about No. They was quitting for the OnlyFans. And damn, Mel, I think that you were showing that video the other day about the OnlyFans, the teachers quitting. I mean, not quitting. Having an OnlyFans, should they get fired? That's what Mel Dub was talking about. Should teachers get fired, right, for having an OnlyFans account? That's what he was talking about, right? And the other day, right, we was watching a video, me and my baby pops, after we got watching you, right? I think somebody was talking about banning social media, and in the comments, somebody said, "How about we ban the OnlyFans, right? Right? Instead of banning TikTok and Facebook and stuff like that." He's like, "Let's ban OnlyFans, right?" And my baby was, "Damn, but how about all the teachers that need that as a second job or quit their jobs?" I was like, "Damn, Mel Dub, look what you have started, man. For real. You have went and started my baby pop on a fucking roasting spree with these teachers now, man. It's already bad enough he don't like half of them. He only like the good ones. But like the ones that be iffy, boy, there's no hairs in his tongue. But he went and started. I was like, I'm sitting here, I was like, damn. Like, damn, that is a good point. Damn, what would happen to all the teachers that have OnlyFans as a second job or quit their jobs for OnlyFans if OnlyFans was to get banned? Like my baby pops did. I mean, even though he was being a little comedic, he made some good talking points on that. Like, y'all quit y'all jobs and not teachers no more for OnlyFans, and this app just got banned. Like, damn. Now, what type of income y'all getting next? I blame Mel Dub for starting that. Mel Dub started that. But let's see why these teachers are quitting their jobs. And Papa Doug, hey boo. Papa Doug says, we won't believe why. I hate when I pause you and you look like you're in cloud 9. I'm sorry, boy. It won't happen again. All right. Oh, we got a daycare. Oh, snap, man. Definitely later on, we're going to be, we are definitely going to catch up to these current news, man. I apologize, y'all, man, because it's been a minute, right? Since last week. I'm like, damn, like these are all new videos. I appreciate y'all. My Instagram is down below. Y'all more than welcome to keep sending the shorty videos, right? And Papa Doug I watch Papa Doug, but I gotta like this video. I forgot to like it. So let's listen to what Papa Doug got to say and see why these teachers are quitting their jobs. Hey boo, how you doing?
Have y'all heard about this? Teachers are quitting their jobs all over the country from teaching.
I'm going to continue to say it because people aren't listening. I'm on teacher TikTok, and these teachers, and I'm getting pop-up after pop-up. Black teacher, white teacher, Latino teacher, young teacher, old teacher, real teacher.
Oh, so on TikTok, we creating sectors too, like on YouTube. She's on teacher TikTok. I just thought we had TikTok. And, they say, do you want to be a part of the entertainment / funny, right? Or, you want to be a part of the education, right? Let me see, there's more animals, right? Comedy. But a teacher, I'm gonna look. The TikTok changed something, and now we got a teacher's TikTok. Oh shit. Well, I know we got a community of teachers to be on TikTok. I know that. But she said we on teacher TikTok. Listen.
Say it because people aren't listening. I'm on teacher TikTok.
I didn't even know.
And these teachers, and I'm getting pop-up after pop-up. Black teacher, white teacher, Latino teacher, young teacher, old teacher, real teacher, city teacher. It does not matter. Male teacher, woman teacher, it does not matter. All these teachers.
Do they got fake teachers too? I don't listen. She's sitting here describing a whole community of different types of teachers. I thought a teacher was a teacher. A teacher goes to school, teaches, educates a child, right? I guess.
Are saying the exact same thing. There is something wrong with these kids.
Oh, I agree with you on that.
And everybody keeps saying, well, it's parenting. There has to be something more than that. There has to be. Because the way that these teachers are begging people to pay attention, like these kids can't read, they can't write, they can't comprehend, they can't sit still for more than 5 seconds.
But that's because, listen, I don't blame the school system on that part. You want to know why? Before your child enters the school, your child should already know how to at least read a little bit, know that their ABCs, their 1, 2, 3s, know how to write their name on a piece of paper, their first and last name. Your child should know their age. Your child should know their mother's name, how to write it down, their last name, father, everything. Before your child, like, that's the thing, right? A lot of these kids into these schools with no knowledge, no nothing, lack of education from the parents' part. So, like I said before, when I first started my YouTube channel, I said it. I'm not against all teachers. Shout out to them teachers out there, right? That do what they got to do, that are good teachers. But yo, we got some teachers out here that ain't shit. And there's a lot of them. A lot of them are just going in there for that little paycheck. Like if they got paid thousands. Like I'm saying here, like, really? Is it worth it? But I guess, I don't listen, man. I feel as though that if you can't deal with kids, right? You can't deal with that type of environment. You shouldn't be a teacher. A lot comes with being a teacher, man. And then they're underpaid to top it off. Bull.
I will literally tell them, write this down because this is going to be the question on number 1. And they refuse to write it down because they simply do not want to. Or you'll tell them this is the answer to number 1, turn away, come back. They still don't know what the answer to number 1 is.
I could agree with her on that.
Follow the hashtag, teacher TikTok. All the teacher TikTok hashtags that are related to. And it is scary what these teachers are trying to tell you about the next generation of children that will eventually be the adults in the streets. They are telling you something is wrong with them.
I've got bad news. Today is the day that I quit teaching.
I'm telling you right now, I'm over it.
I just quit today with no notice.
She said, I just quit today with no notice. She just grabbed her stuff and left. They still think she's she's supposed to be working, coming into work tomorrow. But in her world, she at home probably in a vacation, sipping on some margaritas with some Mary Jane next to her. No kids. I ain't telling y'all shit. Fire me. Like, damn, it's that deep in these schools like that? Snap.
I just quit today with no notice. I quit teaching.
Today, I officially resigned from my teaching position.
You don't even look like you could be a teacher. But let's continue.
And today is also my last day.
And this week, I officially resigned from the classroom, from public education.
Oh, shit. Oh, you gonna give me a commercial? YouTube. Hey,
that's crazy.
Hey, boo.
That's crazy.
What
man,
you gotta say about this?
Teachers quitting daily around the world. The crazy part is this. America can send money to every other country outside this month and help them with all their problems, but can't help us right here in America. You wanna know why? Because that's by design. You think these people don't know what's going on? You think these people don't know that these teachers are quitting daily? Listen, man, before I finish this video or go any further, remember, think about this. 10% of the population controls the other 90%. So that lets you know just where our education system sits. It's bullshit, bro. How could 10%, we're talking about a small percentage, can control the other 90%?
Go do your research.
Think about that for 1 second, bro. If this the so-called mighty country and we so-called this and so-called that, how can 10% control the other 90?
You'd be surprised.
You must think, bro, this American system, school system, is flawed. It is like this by design. These people bring in all type of different curriculums and things and agendas that they want to push on our children, and they expect for teachers to just go with it. No one is saying nothing. One of the biggest things that I found out by doing my research on this is that teachers don't get support from the school system. And this is why.
A lot of them don't. Listen, I was just having a conversation with a couple of teachers, right? Recently, right? Different times. And the one thing that I hear them say a lot is they don't agree with the curriculums that, is being brought to them to teach to the kids. So they try to find ways to draw the kids' attention, right? Because they know. And then a lot of them are not even, ready for it because they're not, they're not taught at home. They come to school not knowing. So it makes it difficult, right? When you have a classroom full of kids, some come in already knowing what, to do, what to expect. Some grip it fast as hell, right? But others, they're at a level where it's like, listen. Conversations get deep, but they're right. They're not wrong. Like, these kids should already enter kindergarten at least writing their name, writing these numbers. You see where I'm coming from? A lot of them don't know. They have lack of knowledge, lack of respect. And it has to start from home. Like, a lot of these teachers are caught in a predicament where they, like I said, these kids are mixed up and they're trying to draw the attention of, all these kids at once. Sometimes there's a classroom full of 10, 15, maybe 20, maybe 30 kids, right? And in some of these classrooms, it's just a teacher. Some of them is a teacher and a teacher's aide. So, damn, like something has got to be done. Who is this? My bad, I had to check that. So shout out to them teachers out there, because I know for a fact that a lot of them are underpaid. A lot of them come out of pocket to help the students out, right? With, what it has to do with school, right? I seen them buy them book bags. I seen them buy them school supplies. I've seen them help out with uniforms besides, what they give out in the schools and much more. I've seen these teachers help out with kids that, are hungry and much more. Like, they'll come in, they'll bring in tissues, wipes, Lysol, a lot of the stuff that's needed for the classroom when the parents can't bring it in, right? So shout out to those teachers, right? Because all that is coming out their pocket. I've seen teachers pay school trips for students that have deserved it and their parent could not afford it. So shout out to a lot of teachers, because I don't say that a lot, right? And the reason, right, I've noticed and I'm catching myself, right? And I should do it. But I started this channel coming at a lot of teachers that were corrupt, right? That ain't shit. And in a process, I think I lost myself and didn't show, right, these teachers that deserve it or give them the props. And I should. And I'm going to do it more often, because there are a lot of good teachers out here. But I'm still going to be after these teachers that need to be exposed. I ain't going to stop that. Listen, man, we building caskets up in this joint.
Big example: children coming home from school, from home, going to school with all type of issues, right? Mental issues, dealing with this at home, dealing with that, coming to school, and teachers have to deal with that, right?
Facts.
Teachers learn these children. They with them every day. They know their name. They know what they will do and won't do, right? And when they move in to try and help correct these children, as a teacher should, they say they don't get the support from the school system.
They don't.
They
don't. A lot of these schools got the programs taken away from them. Like I said, in order for a child to get now into the Big Brother program, they would have to do something outlandish, whether it is in school or outside in this community, for them to get into that program. Before, a parent used to reach out for support, and they used to be able to get these kids into these different types of programs and mentorships. But now, say, man, kiss that shit. Will we get it back? Maybe. But while we're divided, we ain't getting nowhere.
Crazy. And that's by design. Not only that, stress. This is what drives the stress level up, from what, according to what teachers are saying. Having to deal with these children, right? And pulling your heartstrings, because like some teachers really fall in love with these children as far as trying to help them. They got to go home and deal with their own children. Got to go home and deal with their wife and their husband.
People don't realize
this is what's driving them to quit, not money. You know what I'm saying? Lack of support from the school system. Okay. Yep. This is how you know America just want a cookie cut system. Remember, Rockefeller said, I want to create a nation of workers, not thinkers. We talking about a motherfucker that donated millions and millions and millions of dollars to the school system to manipulate the curriculum. This is all they want. And this is all they're going to give you. Another thing is this: they gave the authority to the children over the parent, over the teachers, over the staffs.
And that's what I was talking about earlier. Like, all these bills and rights that got passed during the Biden-Harris, term, it screwed a lot of parents over. It screwed a lot of teachers over. So I'm looking at this, I'm watching this, I'm listening. You see where I'm coming from? I'm outside the box, even though just listen. How can I say this? I'm inside the box, right? 99.99% of the time. But what's crazy is, how do I say this? I'm also outside the box. That 99.99% of the time. I'm not gonna say 100. Because it's like, I listen. I'm not being selfish. I'm not just, doing this for me. Because if I'm able to help my child, right, I should be able to help the next parent. And I'm going, pass it forward. Whatever ways I find to help these kids, I'm going to do it. Listen, my kid is not out here walking these trenches alone. They make friends along the way. They walk down these streets with friends. So if I'm going to help mines out, I'm also going to make sure that his friend is good. Because what y'all fail to realize, right, in every group, there's always one bad apple that makes the whole group look bad. But it's not the whole group. But because there's this one, maybe two bad apples in the group, the whole group got to go through it. And a lot of these kids, right, listen, no, let's not say a lot of these kids. All these kids, just like us, live in a world of their own too. And what I mean by that is the same way we got to deal with things, they got to deal with things too. So I'm a parent, right? And I listen to my kids, and I listen to, the friends that got around them. I listen to the kids around the community and much more. And I'm listening, I'm hearing. And it's like, the more of us that are coming together to trying to get these resources done, it's like the more people, it's like, damn, it's like a battle of us and the damn devil right now. You see where I'm coming from? Like, a lot of these kids are screaming for help, and they're not even being listened to. Y'all even know why half these kids turn to that corner? A lot of y'all gonna say because they bad or they want to. But I bet y'all take the time to listen to some of them. It's because they think that's their only way out, because they can't get a job. To, feel less of a burden for their parents, because their parents are going through a lot. Bills, rent. A lot of these kids, listen, y'all think that these kids don't know what the hell is going on. But these kids are smarter and wiser than what y'all think. We're going to have a part 2, right? Because like I said, once we, done reacting to the YouTube's most hated, we're going to do one video. We're going to end that live. I'm going to get something to eat. I'm going to make sure my kids are good. Everything is done. Then I'm going to come back and we're going to do the part 2 to this. All right, guys. So I appreciate everybody that's on this jump, but let's continue.
Where did they get this from? Oh, I called her such and such on you if you hit me up. Where they got that from? Who taught them that?
Yep.
Bro, when I was coming up, you couldn't even think about that.
Real shit.
But who taught them this? You know what I'm saying? This is ass backwards, bro. And the stuff they teaching these children in school, these curriculums with the, you know what? No one is saying nothing. If you really saw, I wish I could put on here some of the stuff that's in these books that's talking about, I can't even really say it, bro. Y'all just got to put 2 and 2.
Nah, yep. Y'all got to put 2 and 2 together. Y'all see something why sometimes I sound like I'm stuttering, or because I got to find the right words. YouTube will censor you. They will strike they might even ban your page. You got to watch what you say. For real. So I don't blame you, Papa Duck, man. I hope y'all put 2 and 2 together and don't let what we're saying get over your heads.
Together, bro. It blows my mind. No one is stepping up. No one is saying nothing. And you got parents that do step up. But again, this is their system. This when you know how much power you got and don't got. I've done videos on schools that are having after-school programs about Satan.
How much money do you spend per month living in New York City, including everything? $8K the last few months. And what's your occupation? What do you do?
Yeah, and I remember him talking about that, yo.
What I'm saying is this, right? This is the introduction to your child into the world, meaning this is how they're gonna learn all the basics: food, smell, taste, reading, writing, math. Just the introduction to be able to.
I'm gonna hold on to the YouTube's most needed. We're gonna do that on part 2,
right? These children are being in a position, right, to not be taught correctly. Because the system itself is flawed, the curriculums are flawed, the teachers don't have the proper support to really help your child which is going to produce a product that is going to get out there in the world, and they're going to think that everyone is like those teachers, meaning they can just buck. They don't have to listen to what they have to say. That's not the case.
Shit, a lot of these kids are having way more than that. These kids are having an authority problem, a real big authority problem. They can't respect or listen to what a lot of these parents are saying in their homes, right? They'll pretend to respect the other one out here, right? It's crazy. But you know what I do notice? That a lot of these kids respect like the big brother type thing, like mentors. I really do. Like my young boy across the street, right? He's 25. He's not a young boy no more, right? But I like the way that he talks to these kids, right? And especially when they're disrespectful with the parents, he can get them back on track. And I look at him like, yo, if it wasn't that you was just into cars, I would tell you, yo, start a mentorship program like the word is doing. But he's more into cars. He just, when he's got the time, he'll sit down and, help get these little young bulls in drag or deal with them. But other than that, it's like, damn, I've noticed it. A lot of them. He's not the only one. I've been in different places here in the city, and I've noticed these kids really do listen to somebody outside the home that they look up to and respect.
This is why it's so important that I do this video. And this is why it's so important that if you have a child in school and your child has a learning disability or have a behavioral problem, right? And you have a teacher that's genuinely trying to help them, let them help, man. Not all teachers are bad. And the only reason why I'm saying is because this is going to be critical to your child's introduction to the world. Remember,
that's so true.
The schools have your child down there more than you have them. They set it up that way. See what I'm saying? We didn't know that. We give our children, right, to strangers, in a sense. Right? So when these strangers get your child,
you skipping on me?
The teachers, and you meet with these teachers, and you can sense, people sometimes if they good or bad. If you got a good person sitting over your child while you at work, you got to go make the money and make sure things are still operating. Work with the teacher, man. Listen, man, I don't like school, but like I say, man, I've read The Art of War, how to take things and turn them into your strengths. Things I don't like, how to use that shit for your betterment. And you can do the same with school. Yes, a 12-step brainwash count. But there's some things you're going to have to learn in order to get you to move forward on other things you're trying to do in life. We all know that, okay? We just don't need to get engulfed in that shit. Crazy part about it is just, like I say, school take away your critical thinking. Meaning, if you left school and went to college, that means you finna pay for a higher education, right? You're finna take out a loan, one of the biggest decisions of your life. And you're going to get education just to leave that college, come back in the world and help them build up their empire. Think about what I just said. So when you go become a doctor, a pharmaceuticalist, or whatever you do, you still working for the United States of America. Remember, the United States of America is just a corporation. Everybody that's on American soil is an employee of the corporation. But they told you, no, go to school, pay for it. And when you get that piece of paper, you come work over here. And when you come work over here, you basically help building up America. You're building up America, don't even know it. This is the bullshit. This is why I tell you, this rabbit hole goes way deep, bro.
Super deep.
Think about it. I keep telling you, take away your critical thinking. Think about it, bro. Just think about it. No matter what job you do on American soil, you're helping them. You passing out drugs as a pharmacist. You working the fast food joints. You giving out poison. You're going to play a part in their empire, and they built the infrastructure to where they do it right under your motherfucking nose. You don't even know it. You don't even know it because you ain't thinking. You think you're supposed to go get your...
It's okay, Papa Doug. You know what it is? People say they woke, but in reality, they still in bed. They should be asleep.
Job, get married, do all of the same shit that they told you to do. that they don't even do their motherfuckers up.
Real shit.
Bro, money is printed. Come on. Anyway, just something to think about, bro. But listen, I ain't want to make this video that long, man. Just something to think about. Something to think about, man. You know I love y'all. And like I say, man, just think about that for a second. Think about it for 1 second. How is 10% of the population controlling the other 90%? But yet we in America. They told us this is the best country in the world. But it's not.
No,
listen, man, y'all be blessed. Like I tell you all the time, in order for you to be found, you must first be lost. All right? I get with y'all on next one, man. Love.
Okay, shout out to Papa Duck, yo, man. I gotta go do something real quick though. So we're gonna pick up on part 2 with the YouTube's most hated. We're gonna, catch up to some more current news. We're gonna talk about, parenting and kids. Hopefully we get some people on the panel to bring some solutions to the table, right? What can we do when it comes to our kids, right? Oh, thank you. I appreciate you, Howkey720. I appreciate you. You're more than welcome here. I appreciate you. I love having the conversations with y'all, man. Listen, y'all opinions matter with me. Like I said, when it comes to y'all opinions and y'all, solutions, I try to take it to, the table over here. I'm from North Philadelphia, right? But like I said, I do my lives. When I do the community meetings, they be different topics, different situations, right? But it doesn't matter what the topic is about. I always go live. Like, at times that you can see the senators, the governor, the mayors, right? So I appreciate the conversations with y'all, like I said, because they do help me out when I go over here, when I have these personal conversations, or when I do go live. And when I do go live, it's so that y'all can see what's being talked about in these community meetings, right? Because a lot of the time we can't even go live, especially when they're having personal conversations. But when I can, as much as I can, y'all definitely get to hear what's happening down here in North Philly, man. But I do appreciate the respectful conversations we got out here, man. And like I said, I can't do this by myself. It takes two, to have a conversation. And if I'm having a conversation on this job by myself, I need to put myself in Friends Hospital, for real. Like, I should not be online having conversations to myself. Like, in the mirror, yes, you have, a conversation with yourself in the mirror, trying to get your shit together. Like, that's not right. Where did I mess up at? This is how I should do it. But not on social media. Like, let me know if I ever do that. Y'all ever see me talking to myself and it's not something other than a random thought. All right. But yeah, man, I appreciate all of y'all. We're going to pick up on this today. I'm not sure, anytime after 6, stay tuned, right? I will be going live. This job might end up, I might go to live 12 o'clock a.m. tonight. I don't know. But I'm definitely going live tonight. So stay tuned. Make sure y'all subbed up if y'all haven't subbed up, right? I'm going to make sure that I got done everything I got to get done here. My kids eat, all that. Then I can come back on this, John. I've been 3 hours, 10 minutes into this. I appreciate each and every one of y'all, right? So we're going to pick up with YouTube's most hated. And then we're going to finish up with the current news, entitled Kids, right? And much more. Random topics, random thoughts. I appreciate all of y'all, and I will see y'all tonight.
In this world of blame and shame, we point fingers, we play the game. But as our children cry in fear, we turn the blind eye, we shed no tears. Believe our women, they say, while our kids are led astray. Lost in darkness, lost in pain, yet their cries fall silent like the rain. It's a shame how far we've come, blaming all the men playing dumb. But our children need us near to wipe their tears and calm their fears. In this land of the free, water's a commodity for you and me. Can't you see? It's not fair, it's plain to see. People struggling to pay for something they need every day. In America where we say we're free, but water shouldn't come at a fee. A shorty just speaking in general about the things that seem so small. This ain't meant towards everyone, just a cry in the dark. In America where water is marked. Brothers and sisters, hear my plea. This is not about you or me. Our kids are the future, they hold the key. Wake up before we're met with defeat. In this world of chaos and strife, we must guide them to a better life. Teach them love, compassion, and light, so they can lead us out of this endless night. Let's unite as one strong force. For our children, let's stay on course. Together we can make a change and secure a better future in exchange. Y'all should have listened the first time they let the cat out the hat. Now it's a crime. Many are falling into a trap, thinking it's a game, but they full of cap. Some are ready and fully strapped, while others keep falling into the gap. The warning signs were clear as day, but some chose not to heed what they say. Now the consequences come to light. Those who ignored are in for a fight. Listen close and learn from this mishap. Don't be caught unaware, don't fall into the trap. From the wisdom of my elders, I learned women are strong, independent, and firm. But sometimes we need a helping hand to conquer challenges and make a stand. Independence is crucial, that's true. Yet together, with a man, we can pursue. Respect yourself first and foremost, so others will treat you like the most. Ladies, growing up, remember this advice. You're capable of anything you devise. But partnership and respect go hand in hand. Embrace your strength and make a stand. Memories of the past I couldn't see, now I understand. The wisdom they gave me, respect yourself first, that's the key. To earn respect from others is how it should be. A man's worth measured by how he treats his queen. Love and romance in the air, a beautiful scene. A woman's power to uplift or demean. In her hands lies a man's dream. Lessons learned from an OG so true. In matters of the heart, they know what to do. Love and respect intertwined like glue. In a world where old-fashioned values still ring through. Peter Pan, Peter Pan, Peter Pan was a fairy tale. Now males want to be females without fail. Women want to be a man, it's a twisted tale. Flipping scripts and roles, they set sail. Fighting for roles, turning to moles. Making hits with their agenda goals. Targeting our kids, it takes a toll. To them it's a bliss, to us it's a black hole. They ain't trying to miss. Their agenda is the ultimate twist. Infiltrating young minds with their list, but we won't let them persist. I'm with women's rights, but what about men's too? Equality for all, it's long overdue. We want progress, we need to see both sides. Blame and shame won't help us unite. Don't label him a deadbeat without looking in the mirror. Sometimes it takes two to create rupture. Let's have conversations that include everyone. Empathy and understanding, the battles can be won. Men face struggles too, let's not forget. Their mental health matters, let's not neglect. It's time to break down walls and build bridges instead. Together we can strive for equality ahead. You scream for the police every time he come around, then scream child support abuse, playing victim in this town. Enjoy that check, boo, but remember what goes up must come down. The only time he's worthy is when he bails you out the mess you found. You play the game manipulating hearts without a doubt, but karma's knocking at your door, there's no way out. You point fingers and shift the blame around, but in the end it's your own chaos that you found. You dance with danger, living on the edge of lies, but the truth will catch up to you, no more disguise. The man you rely on to clean up your mess is so profound, will soon see through your facade and leave you astounded. Using a child as a weapon, it's a shame. A woman who lacks self-respect, I can't acclaim. Real men fighting for what they believe in, never in vain. Standing 10 toes down, bringing awareness to the pain. Respect is earned by how you carry yourself, not by tearing others down for personal wealth. Real men don't back down, they fight with honor and stealth against injustice and falsehoods that threaten our health. Let's uplift each other instead of tearing apart, supporting one another from the start. Real men stand tall with courage in their heart, fighting for justice and truth, playing their part. Here's for the men who share their truth, never afraid to stand tall in their boots, respecting our women, fighting for what's right, supporting our kids day and night. Real women out there blazing trails, men by their side never looking pale. Rights for all, let's keep the balance true. Men have a voice, let's listen to. In this crazy world where battles are fought, let's remember the men who give it all they've got. Respect to those who speak their stories loud. Together we stand strong and proud. Together we stand, united we'll rise, setting an example for young eyes. In every step we take, in every plan, guiding the next generation's hand, leading by actions, not just by words, teaching them to fly like birds, showing love and respect in all we do, for they're always watching, taking cues. Hand in hand, let's pave the way for a better tomorrow, starting today. Our children learn from what they see. Let's show them how great they can be. Let's be what our children need.